Jazz is delayed right now anyway. She just like the news van on screen. So it's all good.
30 seconds. Yeah. I mean, because this kind of jogged our sausage party review discussion, but then I wasn't sure which road we were on of sarcasm or seriousness. So I
Oh,
was trying
I'm
to
not.
check.
This definitely. I'm not serious. I'm just talking shit because Lisa right here.
Oh, because
That's
I
why
was
I did
like,
say. That's why I
where is
did
this
said. I get.
going?
That's why I did said I can't even really have this conversation because it's
Right.
Lisa.
I was like,
So I can't even really get in my bag like I need to. I gotta find another route. It's okay.
Dog, you don't want woke, dog.
I'm figuring it out. I'm
You
figuring
don't
it out,
want,
and I'm gonna
dog, you
get
don't
you.
want woke, dog. You a PC.
You said what?
You
I
a
mean,
PC. You a with woke.
a little bit, a little bit. It's all good. It's all good, man. But y'all, everybody good. We ready? Everybody got all their stuff. Do apologize. That was me. I got out, but I'm here. I'm in my computer tonight. No phone, audio. Hopefully, I sound good. On here, Jazz. What you drinking? Drinking mimosas tonight? Nigga, what's
no.
this? Nigga drinking.
Listen,
It's time for bed. She got a mimosa. Help her sleep.
listen, I have no wine in my house. I said I gotta use something. I've been to the movies, but not the grocery store. Priorities.
Okay, got you. So, let me jump into this introduction. Um, Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever this podcast reaches you. This is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies, TV shows, and the conclusion of our horror fest. I am one half of the pod. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And we are joined third week in a row. The founder, creator of NXG Global Productions, um, podcaster of the Real Movie Lovers podcast, um, slick arch nemesis, writer, mother, breaker of chains. Lisa, how are you this evening, ma'am?
I'm doing well. I appreciate the introduction.
It took
You're
him
welcome.
three
You're welcome.
weeks.
It's good. It's like, because
Listen, Lisa.
look, it's you know what? We writing this story, we building upon it, and we gonna get there. But in this finale, we had to bring back an OG, an original member. Um, a little crazy. He looks scary. Sometimes he cool. Chris, how you doing this evening, sir?
I'm good. I don't look scary. I'm not scary at all.
That is his blog. That's how you get to his blog. Is it blog? What do you is it's a blog, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
blog.
yeah, blog. Yeah, so he does his blog under the crazy, scary, cool moniker because he is a TLC fan. Um, but yeah, man, we here to talk on 177 to discuss Black Phone 2. Jazz and I reviewed this. I think came out 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope.
The first one?
Two.
Oh, three. It was two. Oh, 2 years. It was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these white kids be growing up like flowers.
Yo,
like,
listen. Finn is a grown man.
Finn and Gwen, like they,
Yeah.
goddamn, like they. They kind of. I thought that Finn looks like Ethan Hawke's son to me, and I was like, I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, maybe this is his son, but it's not. But then him and Gwen, they look like siblings for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's jump. Well, I guess we can do a little brief introduction, not brief introduction, but brief backstory. We do have a Black Phone episode. You can go back, watch that to catch up on what that was. But Black Phone story about the grabber. He is abducting kids. He's murdering them, and then we get introduced to Finn, their father, and the sister Gwen. Gwen and Finn have this special technique, special power, where things come to them. They don't know how it's coming, they don't know what it means, but it is there to help them with certain things. In the conclusion, they end up killing Ethan Hawke, who plays the grabber in that film. And now, I want to say this film is like, is it like two or 3 years?
Three.
okay, so 2 or 3 years, 3 years, as Jay said, 3 years forward in the story. And we open up on Finn doing the Robin Oriello. Ariello? I think that's his name. He's doing the Robin to a kid at the school, Jazz. What did you think about this opening to the film?
I said, oh, Finn was getting his ass beat in the last movie, and now he's beating people's asses in this one. He's handling his trauma very well. But like in that scene, I wish I would have watched the first Black Phone before seeing this, just for to get like a refresher. Because I was just like, in certain stuff, I was like, I feel like that's a callback from the first movie. But once I saw this one and then saw the first one, I was just like, yep, there it go. Because when he was telling Gwen, you got to put on a show. The more bloodier, the better for the crowd. Robin told him the same thing in the first movie because he asked Robin, he was just like, why did you beat him so bad? And so it's just like he was channeling his inner Robin. I was proud of him a little bit, but then I was just like, this isn't a very good way for him to express himself for somebody who has been through the type of trauma that he went through. So,
Got you. Lisa, we of course we get not introduced, we get reintroduced to Gwen. She comes up and kind of stops. Well, not really. She didn't stop Finn, but she did talk to Finn after the fight. How did you think about this new grown up version of Gwen?
I think she's the most well-adjusted of her entire family.
yes.
Um, I think she's like honestly wise beyond her years. Part of it is like what she's been through, part of it is what she's seen. And, you know, she knows what the problems are, like with the dad, with the brother. And, but she also knows that I can't say nothing to you about this. You're not going to receive it well. So I find little ways to kind of say things, and I did like how we got more of her in this one, the
Yeah.
growth.
I was gonna ask y'all, does it seem like the first film was more so surrounded by Finn and then this one was more so Gwen's story?
Yes.
100%.
Mhm.
So if they make another film and if it was more so a prequel for the grabber, would y'all receive that well? Or would you be like, we don't need this because let's keep it as a mystery?
I would prefer that over a sequel to this. Like, I think that the grabber should be dead, but I would definitely be here more for a prequel than like just a straight up third film.
Okay.
I prefer they leave it alone, but if I had to pick between one or the other, I go prequel. Even though I
Okay.
feel like we got kind of a bit of a prequel in here already.
We
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Left, I mean,
Mm-hmm. What about you, Jason? What you think?
I don't know. Um, I was gonna ask because we do have Chris on this episode because we were kind of going through, and I know I ain't gonna say you have parameters, but you have an idea of when film should and shouldn't. So in the previous episode, we did speak about Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was speaking to them, and I was saying, so how do we know when a film or when a franchise should be a franchise and when should it actually end the story? So Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, the things that came after, I do feel like it is a bit lower quality. Um, and we could have left the first one as is, and I think it would have stood the test of time with just that first film. What to you is when a film when to you should there be a sequel to a film in the parameters of Black Phone and Nightmare on Elm Street? Like when is it like, all right, cool, we can continue this story, or is it, hey, we should just end it here and let this stand?
Hmm, that's a great question. Um, and first off, I've been wrong. Like when I first heard that the sequel to
Always.
this, anyways, anyways, I've been even when this second movie was announced, I'm like, what can they do with it? But with that, I guess it really just comes down to the lore. Like, can we expound upon the lore? Like, if it feels like you are just gonna recreate what we've seen before, or you're just gonna take the same situation with new people. So like I feel like I'm always kind of like shitting on this movie, but I know what you did last summer. Like that could have been like they could have done more with that, but they literally just took the one from 97 and just kind of essentially recreated it. So I guess it's like, are you going to take the story before and move it forward? So it's kind of tough. And I feel like with us, it's kind of looking at things from in hindsight because we've seen all the franchises. Like we've seen like Insidious and Conjuring, but for the most part, like we don't have as many franchises as there were in the 80s and 90s, even 70s. So it's kind of hard to say, but I would say just mainly like, are you going to be doing something that's actually going to be adding to the story, like in a way that makes sense?
Got you. Got you. So next question, trying to advance this conversation here, because we did talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, The Grabber. The Grabber, Ethan Hawke, I do think it was played, considering the type of character that he is, I do think the character is played beautifully. Just between the physical elements, then going to a psychological element in that, has the Grabber become a modern day horror icon? Jazz, I'm gonna start with you.
I'm gonna say no, but
Mm.
I do feel like if they were to make a prequel with his backstory of how he became the Grabber and it be just as good as these two films, then yes.
So is it we need more story, or the story that we have now isn't enough to do it, or will it be, or will time take, or will it take time? Is there something going on?
No, I'm trying to remember all the options you're giving me to select
Okay,
from.
got you. So okay, so you said no. Is it
Yeah.
because is it a it must stand the test of time? Like I need to revisit this years later, or is it just like right now? This is just a one-off situation. Like it's a cool popcorn film, but I ain't got to go back to this.
I would say, well, I don't want to say downgraded to like a cool popcorn film, but when I think of icons, the Grabber is not in my top 10. The Grabber may not even be in my top 20.
Oh wait, look, so I want to I do got to caveat you. You can't. So in my mind, I wouldn't. Are you comparing it to what was and compare it to what is? Because I wouldn't have a conversation and talk about the Grabber. I would compare him to somebody like Freddy Krueger because it's a Freddy Krueger baby, but I wouldn't put him in the same conversation as Freddy Krueger. I don't think that would be fair because Freddy Krueger has been out 40 years. So of course it couldn't even, I don't think that
So
would.
I guess when you say icon, what are the parameters of that then?
I
What's
say
gonna
modern
uh,
day. Like if I was to look at, if
oh,
I
then
was to say
I would probably still say no. I would say like Saw, like that doll for
that was
sure.
20, that's just 20, that was
Or
20 years. But I feel you. I was gonna say 10 years. I would, so I mean, because it's kind of hard if I'm, because if you looking, because you're like is I know
I would
I'm
say the
as
Smile
as
Demon before I
as
say the Grabber.
see, I don't like the Smile Demon, but I think
But you're
Smile is a
asking me though.
I know. I'm just saying. I know we having a conversation.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I don't like the entity in Smile, but I think Smile itself, the franchise is a modern classic. You can't tell me anything about that film. That film kind of fucked me up in ways, but it's like fuck me up like, bruh, did you niggas see how this shit is like? This is fucking cinema. Like that. It's not as
That's
like
probably how Smile 2 made you feel. Probably not Smile 1.
actually I enjoy Smile a lot. I don't
But
I didn't I mean
Smile
now
1
Smile
didn't say
too.
this is cinema.
You're
Smile
right,
1
but
did not have you saying that.
I know, but if they give me
Smile 2
another
did.
film, I'm like if they give me another film, I might put that shit up there. It may be ahead of some. It's gonna be some real hard conversations.
Would you would you put it over Black Phone?
Yeah, I would put it over Black Phone, but there's a conversation to be had about Black Phone. But I do think I would. But if I'm gonna leave it to you, Jay. Sorry to take that from you. So you said no.
Oh, I
So if
said
we
no.
got you, Lisa. Would I can re-ask the question because I know I said a lot. I'm sorry.
Hmm, I I wouldn't consider it an icon. I think it needs at least two more movies before it kind of gets that status. That seems to be like kind of like the regiment. Two more movies and a bunch of inspired Halloween costumes. Like that's when you kind of know that you kind of like icon status. You know what I mean? Like two strong movies is great,
You
but
so you so you kind of in my shoes, Lisa. Would you allow your children to dress up as a pedophile killer?
No.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just want to say that. So
Yeah.
we talk about costumes and things like that because there was a outrage about him being in Fortnite and people like they have a pedophile on a kid's video game. And it's like I get that, but people kind of idolize killers
They do
and
outlaws kills. I mean, and I guess I can't say nothing because my kids, they they're killer clowns for Halloween. They want to be really scary
Oh,
clowns.
so they drinking blood from cotton candy cocoons.
No, not those killer clowns, but just
Oh,
scary clowns with
okay.
the whole mess.
I'm such a
right.
nerd.
So Chris, what about you? What about you, Chris?
So for modern day, I would say absolutely. And so I was watching another podcast. They brought up a point. There actually aren't that many modern horror film icons, excuse me, especially if you go from 10 years, but especially 5. Like outside of you have Art the Clown, Smile Demon, Megan, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time naming them, but there aren't a lot because there hasn't been that many franchises. I do agree with Lisa. Once people start dressing up as you in Halloween, and once you start getting like spin-offs, like people making comics about you, that's when you've kind of crossed into pop culture. So I say one, I think people will go as him as Halloween. But I agree with Lisa on that. But about having more movies, I feel like it's kind of like we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Is that
Mm-hmm.
if he gets more movies, then he's definitely going to be an icon. But like, do we want to
You
see
water down.
just
You water down.
yeah? So I'm actually cool if we just have this and they maintain the quality, you know. So I would
Mm-hmm.
actually say that he is definitely a modern one. I don't know, man. He might be top 25, like even all time. This last movie, and I'll get into how I feel about the movie, but I think Ethan Hawke was better in number 2 than he was 1. Him as a
Mm-hmm.
supernatural one is kind of fucking fire. Like I feel like we actually should have gotten more of the grabber, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So let me say, when I said top 25, I did not stop it within the past 10 years. I extended it
Yeah, I
to the
figured.
90s.
Yeah, I figured.
So yeah.
Yeah, I did. I figured that too. That's why I was like, wait, because it'd be kind of hard to be like the Grabber versus Michael Myers, the Grabber versus Ghostface. It's
I
kind of
mean, the
hard to do.
grabber could probably go up against Jason.
As an
I
icon?
mean,
Yo, I fucking hate
No, come
Jason.
on now. Okay, okay.
Jason is so terrible.
Jason the movie or Jason the character?
Both.
Jason the
Come on.
I mean,
podcast.
he do got a fire song.
Dude, come
Like
on.
that shit's fire. So
I
I
mean,
get
We
it.
can't wait. Time out. I just want to make sure we understand. It's not ch. It's not ch like ch. It's not ch. It's ki like kick.
Now go ahead, Jason.
Okay. Mom, like kill mommy. That's what it is
How it
officially.
sound?
That is the actual sound. You can Google it. You can look it up. However you
I
want to do that.
I saw the
It's
documentary.
cool. I just want to make sure, Scream enthusiasts, get it right because we don't want nobody calling you and quit and threatening your life because you get messing up horror movie films. I just want to make sure you on the right page.
They do take that shit serious. It's crazy. It's a cult for real. I say that
Um,
with my membership card in my pocket.
um, so I don't know. Is there a film that is there another film that you guys like that is a direct descendant from something that you enjoyed as a kid? This is most definitely a Freddy Krueger baby. I know, Jazz, you trying to, I'm just saying, this is a, if Nightmare, this is a modern day Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. I was in there. I was just like, up, Craven,
Mhm.
everywhere. But I do like how they had a twist in it because I think what made the grabber so much more eerier, he was showing you memories. Like he wasn't creating anything. Freddy created a lot of stuff and he had people in his dreams. But the fact that the grabber said he went to the darkest depths of his soul to find that memory to show Gwen,
Mm.
that's some really dark shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that will definitely boost him as like a full-on villain because I'm like, damn, He was just like, "Oh, this is just a courtesy for you. That's why we in the back of this van. She ain't even got no socks on." And then he was like, "I'm gonna show you I killed your mama, and then I'm gonna kill you."
I do
Ooh.
feel like for me it felt like Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and 3, but like more thought out in my head. That's what it felt like to me after watching those films. I'm like, damn, it's like because it kind of felt like that what they were because I think where two fails for me is they don't really explain what's happening. You see the guy and you assume he's killing in the name of Freddy, but then you only see Freddy at like the party and stuff like that. Where this kind of like in Smile, it kind of goes back and forth, which the atmosphere. You show me snow, I'm already sold. I don't you show me snowing, I'm going. Not white women, but snow, like the real
Well,
atmosphere.
it's a good thing we have Chris here, but I do. I'm sorry, that was just an easy one. I do want to say, like, snow and horror movies, I am not that much of a fan of because I'm like, I know y'all cold. I know y'all cold. I would be cold. I'm not going, I'm not jumping in nobody lake to go get nobody body. Get in
Nope.
my car. We're leaving.
Yeah, she should have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
go Denver or Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should have been frozen to death. That's well, I guess we're gonna get into it. Well, about the deaths or
Yeah, we
lack
gonna get it.
of. Okay,
We gonna, yeah.
okay.
That definitely took a
I
point off
figured.
the.
Yeah, yeah,
That takes a point off the film.
yeah.
But how did y'all feel about the atmosphere? At least I'm gonna start with you. That we got.
Um, so I thought that it was very eerie, very tense, and I love that they were trapped. I love that they were trapped because, like, I was expecting them to go to a camp full of kids,
I did too.
shit, me too.
and they're like, "Oh, just y'all three." I'm sorry, what? Three who? That's it? Where everybody else coming? No, they're not coming. Oh, y'all want to turn around?
Mm.
I definitely would have been back on their horse or something and galloping back to the city.
Yes, it was well done, very well done. It was kind of like how in the first one Finn was like trapped in that one room. Now
Hmm.
they're all trapped in this one place.
Yeah.
So it's technically still the grabber's realm, his world. Like so,
Hmm.
I like the trap.
So in the first film, Chris, we do see that the father is dealing with the death of his wife. He's drinking himself um, into slumbers. He's beating the kids. What did you think of how Finney was handling his trauma in this film?
I mean, I think it made sense for his age. Also, the time. This is what 81, 82. So, like,
82.
I mean, therapists, were a thing, but like mental health was still super duper stigmatized. So, I mean, yeah, like him just like smoking and like just being antisocial and him just not like talking to to Gwen or his dad and suppressing everything. Just, I mean, I feel like it made sense that track with his character.
Yeah. Jazz, did you find it funny that like he was still hearing the phone, but he was like he would answer it, but he would just hang up?
I didn't find it funny, but I definitely noticed that, especially when he did pick it up and it was like out of order, to
Hmm.
where it's just like they're still contacting him and he's trying to disconnect from that. And so I would say, like, I love how they were expressing so many things within the kids. It made me very sympathetic to them
Hmm.
and everything that they were going through. Because I feel like we watch a lot of horror movies, and I can only speak for myself. I don't be caring about nobody in there unless their name is Sydney Prescott. I just be like, they can all die for real. But with watching this, I was just like, you were seeing what happens when characters deal with a traumatic experience and how they're been processing everything. Like Gwen, the actress, and woo, get her in some more projects, please.
And she's young too.
They
Yeah.
both. I mean, they both. I think he's 2008. She's 2000. No, he's 2007. She's 2008.
Yeah, they're
Finn
young.
is 1980. That boy is grown.
I will say I didn't like him beating up on the boy. It is a clever callback, but just in terms of his character kind of becoming the, I mean, that's real life, but him just becoming like the bully, I didn't really like that. It made him a little bit less easy to follow, and I'm
I,
glad they shifted to Gwen.
but he didn't become the bully. He wasn't just going around punching dudes who, no,
Kinda, kinda.
They
no.
tried him.
It was
And
ego.
He could have
they
let that go.
listen,
Okay, go
listen, Chris. When you have been through what he been through,
ahead.
losing your friends, dealing with ghosts, trying to kill, defeating a child predator, and then you got somebody in your face who got slick out their mouth about like who you are and what you've been through and all the other stuff. Like I took a lot in that basement. I ain't taking no more. I'm not doing it. And all I am now is full of rage and
Mm-hmm.
fear. And the rage covers the
Mm-hmm.
fear. So I understand. But he wasn't a bully. Bullies go out of their way to mess with people. He didn't do that.
Okay, I'll give you that. He wasn't a bully, and like you're right. You're right that that's I understand where he's coming from. I just don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing
No,
even just in like any movie. I don't like seeing like Carrie, how they was doing Carrie, but those were straight up bullies. But I just don't like seeing like people just getting beat up on like that. And like, okay, the dude was talking shit, but he could have let that go. Like, dude said was like, you that dude, and he just go beat the shit out of him. Like he was kind of wilding.
but do you remember what his friend told him?
You
Like
talking
in the
about
first
Robin?
one,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like if you like they'll never stop coming if unless you face them. They'll never stop.
Well,
So
that's true.
you
Yeah.
let that shit slide today. Oh, then not only does he think he can continue to do it, but that dude think he can say something, and then they can say something. You shut it down, anybody got nothing to say. That's what he was trying to explain to his sister. I'm not saying he went about it the right way. What I'm saying is I understand exactly what he did,
Mhm.
why he did it, where he was coming from, and what he learned and picked up from before and carried forward.
No, you're right about that. That you can't let shit slide. But Gwen had mentioned that he had done this before, so he had already made his point. So he was just beating people out. He liked it. Like you could tell he kind of liked whooping their ass.
You gotta make a whole bunch of points. You can't just make one because if I made a point the first time and somebody checks it, I gotta check you. I gotta make a bigger point.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I've been having this conversation all week about Franklin and Snowfall, and somebody was like, I didn't like I said, but you have to. Unfortunately, you have to be that big dog because people gonna test you. Then you have man boys coming up under you that's trying to take your spot, or you have your auntie. You have all these different people that try to do say yes. Unfortunately, some things will be underhanded. Not saying that Finn did, but you got to. If you lay the law of the land and niggas test you still, what's supposed to happen at that point? Well, I mean, it's all good. Nah, bitch. Scream, nigga. We finna. I'm finna. I'm taking you down. I'm taking you down.
If they just
Chris,
hit him in the
that's
face,
that's what we call cooking. That's what we call cooking.
because if he punched him in the face, then I'll be with y'all. He was brutalizing that boy.
Well,
Now,
yes, he's holding a lot in.
and I
And
will,
I'm
and I will say, I do think, which is more on the nose, I do think they were trying to establish how much more gut wrenching this movie is supposed to be than the first one, because his beating was way worse than how Robin beat that other boy.
yeah.
Oh no, if he would have
Um,
kept going, he would have beat that boy to death. Like he was really fucking him up. Like that's what I'm saying. He was really fucking him up.
And that's when you insert the Cat Williams clip. You shouldn't have
you
been
shouldn't have been talking shit.
And Cat Williams got his ass whipped too by a 12-year-old. That 12-year-old was yoking Cat Williams up.
That you're wondering how I got here.
Life comes at you fast.
Now, I do kind of want to know that backstory. How you get in a tussle with a kid and get beat up?
He told the story somewhere, but I don't remember it.
I don't know how tall the kid was, but what I'm saying is,
Way taller?
if he okay, he was a shit out of luck because if he won, then it's like, yo, who are you? You beat up on kids? Like, no, you lose. They got beat up. It was lose-lose.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't letting no little kid beat my ass.
Jazz.
I'm just got to go to jail or something.
Nah, you gotta walk away from that fight because Lisa's right. There is no like if you beat up the kid, like you're not gonna get any props for that, and you're going to jail for child abuse.
You gonna think
so Chris, if you get your ass beat by the kid, do you still go to jail for child abuse?
Yeah,
you shouldn't.
So you're still going to jail.
You gotta walk away. You gotta walk away.
You gonna think I'm Thomas Goodalkin the way I'm be whooping these kids' ass?
Yo, I ain't seen it yet. Chill.
I didn't say
that. You haven't seen 7? You not on 7 yet?
We're not doing this. Nope. We're not.
We're
not doing
it. Damn, Jason, you spoiling shit.
You
had so much to say about Lisa, and you had so much to say about KC, and you up here spoiling.
I didn't spoil. I didn't spoil.
Not even horror.
Chris cooking.
That's a spoiler. What you just said is a spoiler.
I didn't spoil.
Jazz, what episode are you on?
I'm caught up, but except for the finale. But I'm trying to pivot us off. And he goes,
my fault.
Giving Jason shit. See, he over here trying to defend everybody.
Hey, what show is this?
Jim B.
Great show.
Dang, I ain't start yet.
Oh yeah, you need to watch that. Put that in your life. Put that in your life. That's a great show.
Lisa been watching horror movies for 30 days.
Yeah. Tonight was Tales from the Hood.
Hey.
How is your sleep pattern, Lisa?
Sleeping like a baby, Franklin voice.
Wait, what you mean?
You sleeping good? Like watching all them horror movies. I didn't know if it, could be messing up your sleep. You maybe, you good.
I'm good. Now, last night's movie that was recommended to me, I'm not even gonna get into this, but who recommended me because I keep getting yelled at.
Yeah, by me, because you keep saying all these other people are recommending these great movies to you, and in actuality, it is me that's recommending them to you. Yeah, you didn't think I was gonna see you. I waited.
What movie was it?
When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks.
Yeah, that's
that Mexican movie.
Yeah,
Argentina, nigga.
Oh,
Argentina, not even the same continent.
No, it's not. Now I will say,
my bad, cuz
that one I was like, all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did dream that there was I was in a place and there was like, I don't know, some demon who wanted to peel my skin off. So I just started speaking in tongues and he just kind of got held at bay. So there probably was a little something with the movie for my spirit. But
I feel.
Does your dreams reflect similar to how the dreams reflected in this film? Because the cinematography in this, I'm gonna be completely honest, was amazing. And it blew me away. Like I love how you were able to realize when Gwen was sleeping.
Which is fine. That was an amazing technique how they did that.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Like I would say that and Ethan Hawke's performance that really carried this movie because it was like some of the best I've seen. Like it had like this gritty style that was just like it was. That shit fire.
We call it ashy.
Ashy, whatever it is, it's fire. It is fire.
Nah, like to see this in theaters, I definitely highly recommend it because like the experience, I was just blown away. And I didn't even realize like the director of this film also did Sinister. So he worked with Ethan Hawke in that first one. And his name is Scott Dickerson. And his catalog is crazy. Let me run down a few.
Him and the brother, they did that.
He did together. Both Black Phones. He did VHS 85, Deliver Us from Evil, Doctor Strange, the first one, Sinister, and The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, damn, that is
like I feel like he's gonna be one of them directors where if I see his name on a horror movie, just like Mike, I'm gonna have to watch it.
That's a really strong catalog.
That's a really strong catalog.
No, she gave you the strongs, not the weaks. Go ahead. What you were saying, Chris?
Oh, I was gonna say, have y'all seen Sinister?
Yes. I have. This is a Sinister. This is definitely if I didn't know, I'd be like, man, this film reminds me of Sinister a lot. The way those grainy scenes, and especially those memories, how they how they flash throughout the film, because it kind of it set the tone within it, which one thing I do say the first film they let you know the kids died. This film actually showed the kids being killed.
Mhm.
How did that play out for y'all, Chris? I'm gonna start with you.
Um, Honestly, it was good. It definitely played. It was heavy. I think they did it in like a tasteful way. I know people have mixed thoughts about kids dying, in movies, but I feel like they let you know exactly what's happening without it being like too over the top. So it was good. It was kind of dark. Like it's gonna sound weird to say, but I do think that that was some of the best parts of the movie because it lets you know exactly who the grabber is and that he really is like a fucked up person. So like it really was dark. So that it worked for me.
Lisa?
So I enjoyed the acceleration of the terror, of the gore, even the violence and the way that it was done. I love the shaky cam and the
Hmm.
snow, and I loved all of that. And it really did kind of, in a creative way, give you that like throwback, without having to do subtitles or anything, or have a character like state exposition. Like it was just done in a well way, so that I liked it.
Hmm. So, Jazz, we did see kills in this film, but within this film, when it comes to current kills, we definitely lacked. What did you feel about that?
So I'll be honest, I didn't even realize none of the people died until I got to the Discord and Ivy was just like, we didn't get no bodies outside of the kids. And I was just sitting here, I said, well, damn, that's true. Nobody died that was in current. But the cinematography took me away from, because I love some deaths in a movie. I
Hmm.
look, get the more bodies, the better. And we had a lot of characters in present day in this.
Hmm.
And some of them, at first, when I watched it, I was just like, some of them just seemed like extra bodies. We didn't need them. But then when I did my rewatch, I learned to appreciate two of our characters. And I will say Gwen and her bae and
Oh,
Ramondo.
oh,
And so those are the two that I definitely appreciated because their characters helped you get more of a backstory and an emotional feel of
yeah.
Gwen and Finn. But I didn't miss out on any of the current deaths on my first watch.
Okay.
So I was just like, damn, because it was just so eerie. And the kids' deaths were very graphic enough to that kind of
Fucked you up. Hell,
Yeah.
the fight between him and Gwen fucked me up.
really.
Mm.
I shouldn't. No, Gwen fucked. No, well, he fucked Gwen up when he was over there doing that little twisty turny stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I was like, so all that blood came from your arm?
Nah, nigga, it happens like that sometimes.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
because
it can. Yeah, you
If you
can bleed
get it
a lot.
right, if
Like
you
a
get it
cut.
right.
Yeah,
he
like a
should
cut.
have. I mean, he could have cut us some more, and get a cut on the thigh or something. But
He was he
yeah,
was he was playing and enjoying himself. Like honestly,
Naughty
I,
boy.
I was very I was nervous. Like so I saw it with all the girls. Like we made that our movie of the day. And I remember we were all very nervous. We were like, we like Ernesto. Can they not kill him? Because I just felt like he gonna get caught. He gonna go. So I was very happy that her little boo thing survived. And but there were two characters who I didn't appreciate how they were not great representations
Who's
of
that?
Chris, then white Christians.
Oh, then. Oh, yeah, yeah.
not great representations of Christianity. And I was just like, and we were, and I leaned over to the girls and I was like, so we're all agreed the Christians can die. And they were like, yeah, these ones, yeah. So if someone had to go, we said if someone gotta go. But these specific ones, because I was like, that's not how it goes. Sit down, shut up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hold y'all. I think they kind of played it safe with the grabber, actually. Like with some of
Yeah,
the lack of kills, and then like especially with his powers. I was a little bit confused, and I guess he was learning on the job how to use his powers. But like with the nature of it, he really could have just fucked everybody up. And he didn't. He felt kind of safe. And it was some moments to where it low-key kind of felt PG-13. Like towards the second of the act to the third, like outside of maybe when like Buddy got like hooked, I think, but it just wasn't as violent as I thought it would be towards the end, especially with the setup. Like you go from like killing kids and then no one really gets like fucked up too much. So that was a criticism that I had.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, the grabber gets his joy out of killing children, and I feel like the adults, he wasn't worried about them, except when they started to kind of interject. Then he was like, "Oh, well, I gotta cut you."
That's a good
Um,
point.
Because that's the only reason he killed the mother. He wasn't going after the adults. She interfered with his stuff. He killed the mother. His brother interfered with his stuff. He killed the brother. He only killed the adults when they interfered with whatever he had going on. The second criticism, that was one of your criticisms, Chris. One thing that I didn't like was the exposition. Yeah, I really hate when they do. So Mondo, he could have went. I wanted him to go so bad.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it kind of misdirected me because I was like maybe the grabber is just in their head and they either doing this or Mondo is doing this because he just so conveniently knew everything that was going on even though it was 30 years ago. Like you the guy that bought this place again, put the people back into it even though all these deaths happened. That's just a whole bunch of inconvenience things
wait,
for
wait,
you to be the one, huh?
what does he know that you feel like it was too convenient?
He knew them. He knew the mom. He knew the grabber. He was there 30 years ago. He was still there. He rebought the same place where all these things happened. He was still looking for the bodies while still having it open for just people to come in to still just do
Yeah,
the
that's a
things
lot.
while he like that's just it was just a lot of points and I was like okay so they kind of set enough for him to be like either he's the dad of the grabber or he's something that's like he's somebody more into the but it was just no, I'm just he was just a good dude dealing with it. Then grabber fucking with him on the phone. He throwing snowballs at his window, like, bro, what? What's
It was a lot of conveniences, and now that you mentioned that, that part of the movie did kind of take me out. Actually, like
I
that's what
disagree.
you enjoyed it.
I disagree. Because he never shook those three children. He never shook them. Like they never left his mind. He was obsessed with bringing peace. He never like stopped thinking about it. So it's one of those things where it's like, where were you on 9/11? People can tell you down to what they were doing, what they were eating. They remember everything about that. So during that time, if the mom was there at that camp, hell yeah, he remembers her. It was a very traumatizing time. He remembers very vividly. Like you don't forget these things. Um, and him purchasing it so he can look every year, looking at pictures everywhere, looking at I don't feel like the crime scenes, but looking at pictures, talking to the parents, like it's constant. It never left his mind. He never really got full peace from it. So no, it makes sense that he just all this time to read up on the stuff, to check in with the police, to do his searches, to look at like what I mean? Like and they had like a whole picture of like the counselors and stuff and everything. I'm sure had pictures with her and the kids, like things he would look at. So them showing a picture, yeah, I'm gonna remember this because I've been seeing this girl's face the whole time.
That's fair. That's fair. I guess for me, like maybe like if there was just a little bit more of like a mystery element instead of like as soon as they meet them, it's like connect all the dots. But that actually does make sense that like he was haunted by this, and it's something that like he just was looking for the entire time. So that makes a lot of sense.
that's why he should have died. Because okay, Jazz, what did you think about the scene in the church when everybody's talking and he's telling them about the story of the grabber?
I mean, so
You seen this twice.
I did. I see what both of y'all are saying. And it's funny because they were just like, yeah, we heard about him. Some kid named Finn killed him. Oh, your name is Finn. Oh, God brought you here. So on my second watch, I said, damn, the universe really brought y'all back to this camp because your mama was there and the grabber was there. That's where he started killing kids, and then he killed your mama. Like just seeing how this entire story unfolded, because like the entire time Gwen was really heavy on her mom and her the relationship her mom had, and how she just felt like she was cursed, which is why that ending scene had me in tears. And like Gwen didn't have that money. Like her father and brother were not supportive to her. For her, like they dropped the ball. You can remove both of them from this movie, and Gwen will still win.
They were going, they were going through their own battle too, though.
I get
Everybody was
that,
everybody was going through their battle,
but
so it's
whose
kind of
life was in danger?
both.
Nah, it was Gwen.
Gwen.
In this movie, it was Gwen, but we
He,
this that's because it came from him being in danger.
I no,
And
I
he
get
and he
that.
and he hadn't he in that situation he hadn't if 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 we gonna ride with Lisa, which I'm not in the car with her, but if we gonna ride with Lisa and say that Mondo, is that his name? I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
it.
it.
No, that's right.
If if we ride with Mondo being shell shocked over a situation that happened in 57, we definitely gonna be we gonna I'm definitely gonna feel like Finney, who was kidnapped, abducted, sort of sexually abused, groomed, almost killed, seen somebody killed in front of him, his best friends killed, is gonna be just as traumatized as he is or
I
was.
agree.
And now you asking this person to be there for this person. That's almost impossible to do. Cause who taught him that?
I mean, I guess in that point, you
The
so
daddy, the drunk.
no, the father he didn't know how to be there for his kids, and you saw that when Finney was just like, I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of this pain. I'm tired of being scared.
The tears came. The tears
But
came.
listen,
Them niggas cooked
I'm,
on that
I'm,
scene. That was a lot of
they
exposition, but them
cooked in,
niggas cooked in that scene.
they cooked in so many scenes, Jason. I'm just sitting here and I was just like, oh my goodness. Like they sold it, but he just didn't know how to be there for his kids because
He,
like,
he was trying though. So I'm not gonna say he didn't know he was trying, but at the same time he was allowing things to go that he should have actually stepped in on.
See, I
Which
think that was the trauma response from him. He was overcorrective when he was abusing them, and now it's like I'm gonna overcorrect. I'm gonna let stuff go and be too lax. So he was trying to figure out how to be a parent. You
Yeah,
know?
and then he's trying to figure out the sober life.
Yeah.
So like you said, I'm 2 weeks from getting my 3 year chip of being
Yeah.
sober. So it was, what I'm saying. So you see the progression. Hey, shout out to you, Scott, my nigga. You was writing this motherfucker, boy. You was in your
he
bag with
cooked.
this
He
bitch.
cooked.
He was that character development in this motherfucker. He was cooking.
I will say, yeah, the character development. I don't like all the lore connections. Like, I don't love how they did with the lore,
Like, what
but
do you mean? What do you mean exactly?
like with the mom, like calling out to Gwen and that, and like how they got to the summer camp, to the summer camp, the
Oh,
winter camp.
you
You
didn't like
didn't
that?
like that?
Like,
I didn't love it.
Let's
No,
bully this nigga. Yo,
I
that
don't
shit was
know.
fire, Chris.
I don't know. It's just like
That was kind. That was hard though.
Nah.
it felt too convenient. Like, yo, your mom like could have been reaching out to you this whole time, and then like conveniently now, and it's like I don't know. It felt like
nah.
convenient.
I think it, I think I feel like it's one of them situations where she was too young when it like when she first started having those dreams, and it came to her when it came to her at the right time. So it came to her when she was able to, I ain't gonna say control the ability, but be able to
Focus
use
more.
yeah, a little bit, like, what I'm saying, because she kind of gives me 11 vibes in
Yes.
a little bit. She kind of gives me 11 vibe, but it was just a thing of when she was younger. So it's sometimes things just happen when they happen. So naturally, it began to progress. And while Finn was suppressing his gift, her gift was doing a different thing. It had her beginning to sleepwalk. She wasn't sleepwalking in the first film.
Right.
She just was dreaming, and she can walk through her dreams. But she was a dream walker essentially. But now it's a thing of these dreams are physically having her get out the bed and go to places. She
Mhm.
went to the grabber's house in there and picked up the phone. And then it's like, what the, so she having these conversations. It's like, damn, who is this? And then she tell her like, damn, what, then she having to come, she bring that conversation back to the dad. He was like, wait, where you heard it? Like, because this is where, for me, I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of talking, but this is for me where in the first movie, stop with them dreams, let that shit go. Them dreams got your mother killed. This is where, hey, damn, these dreams gotta be real because you wasn't here. We had to round this about where dad can now understand I'm not just talking shit. This is real. These things are coming to me and this is how. And if, kind of like Lee said, she didn't believe in the white Christians, white power out there. But this is what I really feel like in my belief in the Lord. I think this is what it really is because she had a real deep because Gwen had a deep belief in Jesus
She did.
because even in the first film she prayed to him about her dream.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, I'm just playing, Lord. I didn't mean that. And in this one she still prayed. Like it hurt me so bad when she said, please, Lord, just don't let me dream tonight. I just don't want to
Yeah,
do
that
it.
was tough to hear.
I
Yeah.
was like, dog. So for me, it was just a way for them to help the dad believe in her and what she was seeing and what was going on because he still was denying those dreams,
Mhm.
even though that dream helped her get back to Finney. It took them to get to a point of something that she wouldn't have been around or known for him to understand this shit is real. It's not just her doing the talking. But back to you, Chris.
Well, no, I never. So in the first movie, I actually never took it as the dad not necessarily believing Gwen. I know that's what he was saying. I think it was like, yo, your mom engaged in these dreams, and look what happened to her. So it was more so like trying a like a diversion tactic. I think
Mhm.
he did believe in the dreams, or he believed that his wife believed. That's how I took it from the first one. That so I don't think it was a thing that was like, oh no, this is all in your head. I never took it like that in the first one.
But it's one thing for you to believe that someone else believes something.
Mhm.
It's another thing for you to actually believe in it too.
No, I think he did. That's how I took it. I think it was like, yo, these dreams got your mom killed. Like, I don't think it was a thing that he thought either of them were playing make believe. Maybe to like the full scope of it, his understanding, I'm not sure. But I never. It's been a couple years since I watched the first, but I never took that as him thinking like they were making it up was in her head or your mom was a schizophrenic. Even that's what he's saying. Just from like his reaction, like the physical reaction, I think he was trying to beat it out of her. That it's like, no, I want to protect you, and even if I gotta beat you so you don't engage in these dreams, it'll keep you alive. That's how I've read that.
I'm not mad at that, but yeah, that was this in my thought as I started speaking things started coming to me. Um with that. Um Crap. Oh, so this film here, what subgenre would you put this in, Jazz?
Oh shit. Psychological horror?
Mad at that. Lisa?
Um, Supernatural horror.
Hmm. Chris?
Same as Nightmare on Elm Street. This is a supernatural slasher.
Supernatural slasher.
Yeah.
Got you. So Chris, you kind of talked about we don't really have a lot of like modern horror, like icons, things like that. I know some movies we can say, hey, this is we can feel like that. Some people can say like modern classic. But to you, what genre needs new life today?
New life. I put down. Let me go to my notes. I'm glad I did. New life, new life. Um, you know what we need? We need more gateway horror. So like stuff that is like just for like kids or people who just want like something that's like not too heavy. Like now things are like very scary. So like gateway horror, like Hocus
Mr.
Pocus.
Crockett.
That is not get him kidnapping them kids.
You mean like comedic horror or
Yeah,
campy stuff?
not even this. Well, not yeah. A lot of the gateway horror does kind of go into the comedic because like Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, The Goonies, even Ghostbusters. We have had stuff like vampire.
That is so cute, Chris.
Yeah, we don't really
Thinking
have
about the kids.
because
Man,
the
But hey,
fuck them kids.
not just the kids though, because even like so let's say if you just want to watch something that's like kind of calm, Like a lot of movies today are kind of heavy. Like Weapons, that's a very dark movie. Bring Her Back.
They psychologically they
Yeah.
go there and they hitting you with the slasher / psychological / monster. Everyone you be like, God damn, I can't just slow this shit down, man.
Or even a movie like The Substance, the Ugly Stepsister, to where they may not be as like violent or something, but they still deal with like serious. Well, nah, The Substance. Let me not say The Substance. Matter of fact, scratch that because both of them can get gory, but they're not like heavy. You know what I'm saying? But they still deal, or they're not as dark, but they deal with like serious subject matter. Sometimes we just need something a little bit lighthearted. So I think that's something that is an emphasis. And one last thing, even it kind of plays into like today, like with pop culture, fashion, like a lot of things. There is nothing really geared to kids like that. Like 12-year-olds, like we growing up, we had 17 magazine, we had like MTV was like geared to us. There's really nothing geared to like tweens today.
NBA Youngboy.
And that's why them kids are like that today. That's why
but I do agree. Now I noticed it more so with music. Because the music, like I'm like, bro, why y'all like I'm listening to this, unfortunately, yes, I do listen to Chris Brown. We listen to the Chris Brown song. I listen to that too. But I'm listening to Chris Brown, I'm like, damn, what I remember he was a kid. That was kid R&B. Like I remember like the R&B that was for us, and then you had the adult stuff. And then like even when it comes to movie and TV show, like it's like when it goes from my younger kids to my older, it's like, damn, they watching what I'm watching. And the younger kids, it's like a big gap in between that.
Inside Out to watching some grown shit. Like
Inside Out is grown. It's not, but it is. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you like, damn. I mean, Disney has always kind of played on both, where it can hit for the adult one way, hit for the kid a different way. But that shit is they playing with adult. Like I watched I keep on talking about that damn wins and losses. I think that's what it's called. Win or lose. And those, man, I'm watching this shit high and I'm like, bro, I am in this bitch scared for my life. But it's a kid show. It's just about
like CW is like the closest thing, really.
Say it again.
The only thing they really have is like the CW.
And I don't think the CW there no more like that.
That's the closest thing.
Jazz, same question for you. What genre needs new life?
So this was a tough question for me, but I came across Christmas horror, excuse me, and it pretty much horror element into winter seasonal celebrations. So I'm just going to translate that into holiday horror. Give me more slashers or movies that are centered around holidays. And I know this year we got Hard Eyes, which is Valentine's Day, but give me something on St. Patrick's Day. The blackening is Juneteenth, but Martin Luther King got a holiday too. Like, give me something. Give me some holiday.
You want a Martin Luther King?
I want it to be written and directed by a black person.
Crazy. MLK Day is crazy,
but not so.
I have a dream.
Listen, no, it could, depending on who writes it. In the creativity, it could be fire.
Shit, January 6th was close to MLK Day.
You know what? Nope. We don't need that as a holiday.
I'm just saying, not as a holiday. You could just,
look, that was a horror movie that we all saw in live action.
Once you finish Terrifier 2, you can go to Terrifier 3.
I finished that shit. I'm not.
That
movie annoyed the shit out of me today. I felt a decline in my mood when I turned it on.
That movie is a modern classic.
Stop. All right.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Also, there's a movie called Silent Night, Deadly Night with your boy Ronan.
It's a Christmas movie.
With Ronan as the killer from Halloween Ends. Yeah, that goes some holiday horror for your ass.
I didn't watch the remake yet. Or was that? Am I confused now with Black Christmas?
You said what?
I like Black Christmas.
Black Christmas, the remake or
not the remake?
The remake. No, the remake for me.
I didn't watch the remake.
2007
or the one from 2019?
Oh, 2007.
Okay, because there's one in 2019.
Let's not.
That jumped the shark is
trash.
Like to say.
That shit is terrible.
That's a fun movie though.
If you're looking for some trash around Christmas, Watch that.
Nah, that's not even good trash. That's
It's
not even
not.
a
It's pretty
bad movie.
bad.
Lisa liked it, I think.
I can see Lisa be like, "Who recommended this shit?" I'm like, "Not me.
Not me.
Not it."
Lisa, what subgenre of horror needs new life?
So I'm gonna go with this one was also a hard question for me because
Good.
every time I picked a subgenre, I would find movies that were in. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're still doing that then.
I mean, we can be doing it, but we can be doing it terribly. We need to fix this.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like because I feel like one on its own doesn't feel like it's a subgenre, even though it said it was. So I'm gonna say two. Um, Werewolves and paranormal. I feel like they're pretty weak because we don't have a lot of like strong werewolf movies.
You didn't
And
see Wolfman that released this year?
I it bombed. I didn't.
It did. Listen, when you say paranormal, do you just mean supernatural or like ghost investigation?
Um,
But she ain't seen Insidious, so I don't even want to hear this
The
conversation
Conjuring
she having.
just stopped.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because you got The Conjuring, so I didn't know if you meant like they like niggas hunting for ghosts or something.
Just make sure you got Insidious on your list. It'll fix you up right now. It'll fix you up.
You gotta watch the first two.
which one?
You haven't seen it.
Insidious.
You haven't seen Insidious? No, you
It'll fix
haven't.
it'll
Oh.
fix you. It'll fix you up on that conversation there. It'll change your mind.
Yeah.
Don't watch nothing after the first one, though. Don't worry about them.
I think four is good.
Yeah, there's some good ones. It's just
How many are there?
Five.
Five is whack. I'll give you that. But 1 and 2 are fire. 3
And
is solid.
Four is real good too.
Wait, is 4 the sequel? I mean the prequel? Or
I think so. Yeah, I think four is the prequel.
So,
no, 4 good.
Jason, when
Four
you
real
brought
good,
up
actually.
when Freddy should have stopped, let me ask you this, because have you seen all the Insidious films?
Yeah, I have.
Where should that story have stopped? Or do you feel like they could have continued on with what they were given or what we got?
So for me, I feel like they should have stopped at one. I never went back to a movie theater to see them again. I don't know if it was out of fear, out of what, but that first one was like perfect. That was like a perfect film for me. So the other ones, whenever me and Chris was talking about the fifth movie, I went ahead and watched them just so I can be up to date to catch up with the fifth one before I went to go see it. But yeah, I think they could have really stopped at the first film. In my personal opinion, them doing the other ones was just kind of expanding on like what happened in the first film. Because when you do one, two, three, then you do a prequel, they still just doing whatever they want to with the story. Because it could have ended, they could have kept going, but the guy that wrote Saw, he wrote that. So,
And
what can you say?
I do have a follow-up question
Mhm.
leaning towards this. Do you feel like that, or asking everybody, do you feel like this sequel took away from the original story to where they didn't need to continue on with it?
No.
I think it was a logical succession.
Evolution.
Yeah, I think it makes sense that because they dabbled in the supernatural and don't really explain it. And it made sense. And in some ways, I think 2 is better than 1. In some ways.
I'm not mad at that actually, because one is, I mean, it's more like a survival film.
Yeah, it's more
It's more survival, wonky. You
more
got the little
human.
funny. Yeah, it got the little silly. You had silly things in this. Like, I think in the first movie there was a lot of more just silly jokes. Like, you need to clean up the house. It's like, oh shit. Then he going to sniff the line off the table. The
It was
brother. But
it was some funny stuff in this. Like Gwen was
it
cussing
was
them Christians out. Like crazy.
that's a callback. That's not really that's not something new. That's a callback because she cussed the cops out in the first movie. Well, how the fuck you think I'm a fucking grabber? How the fuck am I going to go get these kids? And that was her cussing. She cursed out the cops in the first movie, and now she cussing out the Christians in this movie. But now the funny part actually for me was her in their bed and they think they finna get their freak on it. Like, I heard that shit.
They was just gonna kiss. They were just gonna kiss.
Which was
I am defending Gwen. She was not gonna give up the goodies. She was just gonna kiss him.
Yeah, she didn't think it was a date. She didn't think it was a date neither.
Well, I get that too.
Ernesto was fast.
Yeah. I bust out laughing so hard. He said when he spoke up. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny.
He was just saying, I was just like, oh, they so cute. He was like, my mom, she would definitely want me with a girl that prays. But you gotta say, but she was like, your mom wants a good Christian girl. He was like, yeah. Like, they were so adorable. If he would have died, it would have been so sad.
Yeah, that
wanted him to.
Well, I mean, his connection to the first one,
right? So his brother.
Mm-hmm. How are we feeling about the genre as a whole, the horror genre as a whole? Lisa, I'm gonna start with you.
Oh, as far as like where it's going?
Yes, like it's where it is, the state of horror today, and in the foreseeable future. How do you feel about it?
So I think it's headed in the right direction. I think what's rejuvenizing it is all these different subgenres that we've been talking about, how we have folklore horror, sinners, and then you've got like, the elements of which, weapons, and then a quiet place, you got your monster, your aliens, smile, you're like, it's the one thing about horror what's been really awesome and good for filmmakers is horror is so much easier to make versus like a sci-fi or a big blockbuster action. So indie filmmakers can make horror and make really good horror. And there's a lot of social commentary that you can put in horror without beating people over the head with it. You can say a lot with horror. There's a lot of creative freedom in horror. Especially now, even now more than ever, because it's almost up for grabs. There doesn't seem to be one specific thing running it, like, oh, the 80s, the slashers and this and that, and we had our renaissance of this, we had a renaissance of zombie movies. Now it's kind of like the floodgates are opening and you're getting more. You're getting more thoughtful horror, like, inspiring horror, comedic horror. Like, it's just the genre is growing and maturing, in my opinion, and I think it's
super mature.
Yes, and I like where it's headed, and I feel it has more potential than a lot of the other genres right now.
Jazz,
did Lisa leave anything on the plate? Like, she was just going in. Nah, but I agree with a lot of things that Lisa said, and I do feel like it's going into a very great direction, and it's branching out into smaller branches of creative spaces. Like Lisa said, you have creatives coming in, giving us different things. Like, you have a Totally Killer, which is a very unique slasher, but then you have your Talk to Me's, which is just like, and the thing is, you're getting horror that is lower budget, but still good and scary and unique. And I think horror right now is in a space to where you can, let's try this out and see if we can get an audience for it. And if it's something that you've never seen before, you're going to be like, oh, hell yeah, that's pretty cool. Because we don't want to be recycled the same thing over and over again. And so I'm excited to see where horror ends up in the next 5 to 10 years, especially slashers. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. I want some more Black rom-coms. That we need more of that. But horror, I think, it's in a good spot. So,
Chris.
So just piggybacking what Jazz said, that's why it was kind of hard to answer the question about what subgenres we need, because there's been so many. But honestly, I think horror is in a great place. And this is kind of a hot take, but I think that from 2017 to 2023, I think you can make a case that that's probably like the best era of all time. Like, that's probably a hot take. But I think that when we look back 10 years from now and start naming the movies, like, it's been some really great movies. And I think that as far as like where it's headed, I think that the 2020s has an opportunity to be the best decade, I think. I think that there's been some really good movies, especially 2020 to 2023. 2024 and 2025 have been a little bit up and down for me. But I think it's in a good place. Just like what Jazz was saying, I think that you're seeing like a lot of different movies, like even a film like Good Boy. I didn't exactly care for it, but like that's really ambitious. Like at the time, like around COVID and right before, when everyone was saying, "Oh, there are no new movies," like everything has been done. Like horror movies, like especially like during COVID and after it, you were seeing like some new shit. Like it's kind of like wild, but even like it's the Winnie Pooh movies, like it's kind of like silly, but like that's that's fresh.
Yeah.
Like Talk to Me. I've never seen a film like Talk to Me. Sinners, never seen a
Modern
film
day
like
classic.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're just seeing some really ambitious movies. And for me, I would rather a movie take like a big creative risk and like maybe don't fully land than just do something I've seen before. And I think that horror has done that. So as long as they keep doing that, like there are like maybe some minor criticism, not even criticisms, just minor things to go forward. But I think it's in a good place.
I'm with you. Because I definitely like, regardless of how I feel about Nightmare on Elm Street, I look at it like kind of like what you just said, Chris. You say ambitious. I like that word. If they have an idea, they do it. And like I said, maybe you can't, maybe you don't know how to land it. Maybe you don't know how to land a plane at the end of the film. Eventually, somebody will see it, can get inspired, and maybe they can expound upon your idea to make something different or actually land that plane. It's like, oh shit, I see where this movie was inspired by XYZ. Now I have a new appreciation for what they were doing over there because this may not be an original idea, but this right here is how we got to this. What you finna say, Jazz?
When you said when you brought up Nightmare on Elm Street,
Hmm.
is there an issue? Did you have an issue with Nightmare on Elm Street?
It's not that I have an issue with Nightmare on Elm Street. It gets like the third acts of those films are really loosey goosey, and it's just like, all right. So I think they doing this because they want it to feel like you don't know what's going on. Is it a dream or is it not? So they can play with they can so at that point you can kind of leave it open. We can continue doing this story if you wanted to. Whereas the black phone kind of takes elements from that, but it's not that film. And you can keep on going. I think Stranger Things is another film. Well, it didn't begin. Stranger Things didn't begin that way, but Stranger Things ended up that way. Because each of those seasons is something. You have like that's the aliens of it all in like the first film, not first film, but like the first season. Then you have the monster horror in a season. Then you end up becoming Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, damn, they done went through different genres of horror each season, and you just see where they kind of borrow no elements from. So no, I'm not like I said, I wasn't trying to take a shot at Nightmare on Elm Street, Jazz. I'm just saying you can sometimes a person can have an idea, and then you can have somebody that can take that idea and they can fine tune it to make it something else. And it's 40 years it's 50, yeah, 40 years, it's 40 years since that happened, and they made something different with that, and it's like, oh shit, I can appreciate that, but appreciate this too. This is a baby from
So let me
that tree.
ask you this: with the element that Black Phone 2 used with showing you when Gwen was in her dream sequences, take that element and put it in Nightmare on Elm Street. Because I know
Mm-hmm.
that you've been doing the binge of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
If they had that element in those films,
Mm-hmm.
would that change or would that apply? Would that give you more? Would the movie get more points from you if
A
that
hundred, per-
element was present?
100%. Because at
Okay.
that point, then it would be like, God damn, Wes was thinking like this in '84.
I mean, Wes was thinking great.
This nigga's a goddamn god.
Well, he
Like
was
no,
thinking great.
but if you thinking like that, then that is a. But you have people that think ahead of time, and sometimes people not there yet, and then you have to
But
get there.
But I don't even think that's a thing of like you not thinking there yet. I think it's the element of not of the audience not knowing what's real versus what's fake or what's a dream. I think that is more so the tone that was trying to be pushed. Now it's not going to hit everybody because I
So
know a lot of people who did not like Smile 2 because they said I don't know what was real and what was fake.
And that was the point of the film. And sometimes people miss the
Right.
and sometimes people miss the point.
Exactly. Right.
I think,
yeah.
but and that is the point. Like you should feel misdirected the entire time because I can't trust this person I'm following, which makes the film that which like I said, I'm a slasher kid. Now I'm moving into the psychological realm. Like I like the films that make me think, that make me feel, that make like, damn, what's going on in this? Like what's happening, within that genre. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
But for
With
me,
that.
I actually prefer that kind of psychological horror where you don't know what's going on. Like when the character doesn't, but then I do, then it's like, and it's not fair. Then it's like, I feel like they're being dumb. It's like, yo, it's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's not like what makes like the who done it so fun with slashers because you don't know. So you're following it. So Smile 2, like Shutter Island, those movies work for me because they just like they're mind fucks. So I enjoy that. But Jason, you're right. Like when some people like, I don't know, like when you said they like overthink it, I think is what you said. Like I was seeing some people like with him, I know a totally different movie that
Mhm.
they just misunderstood. I think they were looking for something deeper with it, but it was actually kind of like
Niggas
straightforward.
are niggas are. You know who fault that is? Unfortunately,
Ooh, Jordan Peele.
it is. It's people have began to
Yeah.
people
Because
have began to watch because people watch black movies with a different eye. So when they start watching it, and if his name is attached to it, even
yeah,
if it's just as a producer to make sure niggas can see this shit in the big film, like in the big screen, they look at it like, okay, now I gotta have this woke mind on, and I gotta look at it, it's like, bro, it's not that deep, fam.
But can I please speak for the woke crew?
uh-huh.
Every single movie he has dropped and directed, you need that third eye, fourth eye, fifth eye to see the
But he
different
didn't. But he
things
didn't.
in
But
there.
he.
I
But
understand he did not direct the movie. I understand that. But like you just said, when niggas see his name, there is an expectation. Now, are they correct with that expectation? No, they're not. But it's there. I know. It's like when I see Tyler Perry name on some shit, I'm like, the wig's gonna be crazy.
why did he put a wig on Sheila's ex-husband?
Yeah, that's
That
crazy.
man, he's been bald. He's been bald forever.
Tyler Perry is going to hell, man. That nigga is not playing heavy, man. He don't care no more. He already know that his like where he's headed. He just freestyling. But
He
Jazz,
going. He
like,
look. He going for shock value.
but I don't even with Get Out. I think some people overthought Get Out. Like there is some layers, but there was some niggas getting deep with the
She's
theory.
eating.
But
She's eating
Chris,
They were
cereal.
real deep.
because it was Fruit Loops in a bowl and then the milk on the side, my nigga. You're not trying to put that color with that white.
He
Come
said
on,
he said
come on.
it was weird. He said that wasn't intentional. Like that wasn't anything. He just wanted her to be weird, and
But
then
but
But
that's just like with weapons when they were asking why 217. He said, "Shit, that was just the time that was on the clock."
yeah, some
Like,
people overthinking shit. Yo,
but I think it's just the fact of us using our brains and watching these movies. Because I
Hate
mean, we
these
did that shit
kids.
with Sinners too. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like we didn't. Jason thought he saw the Seven Sins, and I don't care what none of y'all say.
I did.
Don't say nothing, Lisa.
I
I don't
did.
want to.
I
I don't want
did.
to see
I
nothing.
did. It is. It's
I
that.
think
It's
niggas
that.
was
It's that.
kinda I think
It's
niggas were
that.
just overthinking things a little bit. I'm not saying
But
there isn't layers, but I think they were just doing like
I,
it's not as deep
I
as
see
they.
what you. But Chris, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm in that nigga group, and it's exciting. It's
I was
fun.
just about to say,
It's
The
really
conversation.
exciting. It's good
It's supposed.
conversation starters.
It's supposed to. That's the point of it anyway.
Right.
To have those conversations.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. It's like because I be on Reddit looking at theories. It's just like with some of like with him is
Actively.
actually a very straightforward movie. You know what you say, Jason?
You be actively looking
Chris
up
watches that
theories.
shit before the movie drops.
No, I don't. I don't do that.
I don't until we
I'll be on Reddit as soon as
I
I'm
be
walking out.
I be whenever we're gonna review it, I definitely keep my mind clear about all that stuff. Like a lot of those different. I don't look at like, well, once we finish, we review it. Someone get out this bitch. I'm on YouTube for 3 days straight, looking up niggas reviews,
Yeah.
listening to what niggas thought, looking at every interview that these niggas did, just different stuff. Like, ah, shit, that's crazy. I wish I knew that, but nah.
My
I
bad,
can't.
Lisa. What were you gonna say? My bad.
I think I was just expounding on the fact that that's the fun of movies interpretations,
Yeah.
and you looking deeper into things that maybe the director wasn't even thinking at the time. Maybe subconsciously they were doing it. Or it's a fun reveal for fans, because there have been a lot of times where fans have come up with theories or stuff that the directors are like, oh, I didn't even think about that, but I love it. Well, let's just pretend that's what it was. Like it's just fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whether or not he intended Fruit Loops and milk to mean something, it does. F that. Can't tell me nothing. It does. It does. And I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. I guess just seeing like some of the discourse with him, and I'm saying this is someone who didn't care for it. Just people were looking for a deeper meaning, and I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but it's actually a very straightforward film. And I think people just sacrificed a movie that they could have enjoyed. They didn't, because they were looking for something that, in my opinion, wasn't there. Have y'all seen it?
I have not seen him.
Oh, okay.
I ain't seen it yet. I got it on my list though.
Hold on, you gave me a lot of shit about that.
So
you was giving me a lot of shit about that,
and I was Lisa.
No, Lisa. You was giving me a lot of shit about him.
What you mean? In what way?
You was pressing me about supporting this movie. Yes. You okay?
Are you sure?
Okay, here we go. You got.
So you know what? Let's reel this back, because I do have a way for you to get at Lisa. So last week we had a conversation about camp versus comedic horror.
Oh, here we go.
Chris, you have been someone who actually, I ain't gonna say you introduced me to the term, but you're the one that do shout that out. In certain moments, certain film, like how that was campy with that. But you said I was going to allow you the space to be able to maybe establish what those mean, for you at least, being the fourth member, so we can get a conclusion to camp versus comedic horror.
So first off, I think that people do overuse camp a little bit. Like anything that's funny doesn't necessarily mean it's camp. So camp is over the top. So that part, Lisa, we do agree on, but it's ridiculous. It's over the top. It's theatrical. It can be very melodramatic, but it's also kind of like goofy, kind of silly, and it's meant to be funny, but it's something that is just overly exaggerated. So probably the most famous one is Rocky Horror Picture Show. So you're going to be really over the top, really ridiculous. From a horror lens, it's going to be a lot of times a film that doesn't take itself that seriously. Like it kind of knows what it is, and it's just really playing into that. You're going to have over the top deaths. You're going to have like a ridiculous plot, kind of like it's so bad that it's good. So like a movie that is just funny, even if it's trying to be funny, doesn't necessarily mean that it's camp. It's going to be very theatrical, very ridiculous, very over the top. So I do think that there is a distinction. And also, Lisa, and you were saying Mr. Crockett is camp. He is not camp. That is not camp at all, because that nigga is not trying to be funny. He is not.
He's over the top.
He is over the top, but he's not trying to be funny. Yeah, he is over the top. That's where it ends.
And like the chair with the teeth. Come on.
He's like Sesame Street brought to life. So he's playing all those things. It's not camp though. That's just like what type of killer he is. Because if you camp, you're trying to be funny though. Like there's like a certain tongue-in-cheek atmosphere. You're not gonna be camp and still.
You didn't think it was funny,
Mr. Crockett?
You didn't think there was funny little parts in it? Oh, okay.
I mean, there might have been some stuff. Like there might have been a couple moments that I was like, okay, but him as a character, no, he wasn't funny. He was a nigga that was being serious. No.
Would you say Freddy is camp? Because Freddy tries to be funny.
No, he's not camp. He's just a funny character. Because you got to be over the top and ridiculous. Like I'm saying, it's theatrical.
So
like very exaggerated.
Can you give me a character?
Cool.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is the main one. I would say Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I would say it's campy. The movie, kind of Jason, you asked me to name 5 films from the last 5 years. There's not really actually that many that I would actually say are camp, but some I would say Deadstream, I would say is camp. Let me go to my list. There was a movie on Shudder called the last Saturday, the third Saturday in October. That I think that would be considered campy. A movie I was gonna recommend this earlier, Jazz. This is a Christmas movie. Christmas Bloody Christmas. It's like a killer. It's Santa is an android and he goes bad and starts killing niggas. And it's ridiculous, but it's actually a good movie though. You have that. There's this movie that was based on a Stephen King novel from the 80s called Maximum Overdrive.
Yes, I love that movie.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Can you imagine your car's just going crazy?
Yeah.
It is so ridiculous.
It's so to me, that's what I would consider, but I will acknowledge that there's like wiggle room with it. But like a movie like The Monkey, I wouldn't consider that camp. Not anyone says that, but I wouldn't consider that camp. Like Totally Killer, those are just core comedies.
What about Megan 2.0? Because you saw it.
Megan 1 is more campy than 2.0. Actually, I would say so. Megan 2.0 is just an action comedy, but Megan 1, like when she doing all that singing and she coming down like she coming
there was no reason for her dancing before she killed him. That was extra.
But even with Megan, I can kind of see that there are elements of camp, but I can also see the argument that's not a campy movie.
She's literally singing Maxwell.
That's funny as fuck.
But hold on, but what about Abigail? Is Abigail camp?
Is that number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Okay, I gotta watch. I haven't watched 2.
Sorry.
Yo, it's funny as fuck.
Yo, rewinded it.
I mean,
times. We cannot stop laughing.
That's just so, because it's so ridiculous. Okay, matter of fact, that was kind of camp because it's like, yo, why are you doing
Chris laughing at the horror at a movie is funny. Ain't
it? Chris.
Nah, and I was on a date too, so I was trying to play it cool, but I couldn't even do it.
Wait, time out.
Movies on date?
You don't be on date, you be nigga, bro. I be in that bitch big laughing. All right, nigga.
Damn. You can't laugh?
Nah,
I'm in that bitch throwing popcorn.
I'll be cracking up.
I'm in there throwing popcorn in the head and everything, going crazy with my laughs.
Wait, what? This extra ass. No, Jason is camp.
I'm super camp.
This nigga's camp. Yeah, this
camp
nigga.
Ass nigga. Like, why you throwing popcorn?
Yo, you said Abigail. I would say that's just a horror comedy.
He hasn't put camp.
Yeah, I don't think like it's honestly it's kind of like I don't watch a lot of camp actually. Now I think about it, but I've seen it and I know what it is, but I can't like movies.
Let me ask you,
like
what was the movie? Tragedy Girls. Would you consider that campy?
That's a dark comedy. That's just a black comedy.
Gotcha. That was doing some over the top shit in there.
They was very extra.
They were fucking people up. But this is the thing. So would you consider Terrifier 2 camp? Because Art was
possibly.
Like hell no.
So for me it's for me it's kind of possible, but I maybe not because it's too like a lot of that stuff is like is very gory. Probably not like the way that some of that stuff because it was just like especially 3. Oh my god,
gratuitous.
Yeah, that's the right word. But for me, like campus is kind of funny.
Gotcha.
So like there's like a
that's why I feel like but like you said that's why I said Tragedy Girls because it was funny but it was dark.
It's Slither camp.
It can be. I could possibly
because that's where it gets confusing because it's just like okay something that's not fully camp but it has like camp-ish scenes in it to where it's just like you kind of it's like a toss-up. Because I feel like at the end of The Monkey, when all of that shit chaotic happened, that seemed campish. But other more scenes in the movie seem more dark comedy. So that's where it kind of throws me to where I'm just like, I'm never really sure. Like Death Becomes Her, that's camp, in my opinion. That's hella camp. Great movie. Great movie. It. But
so we have a pin in that one.
That was fun.
The last thing I had in here, well, for me, besides getting back into the movie, well, at least the end part, was since we everybody here writes, we talk about, or we review, or we criticize, or have our criticisms. Let's create a horror movie. I spoke to everybody. about their different ideas and different things like that. Of course, if you like plan on doing it in the future, of course, you may not want to put that idea out there. So please save that. But these are just bullet points. So I don't think you can really, even if somebody ran it, it may be something similar to it. Jazz. I'm going to no, you don't mean. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
No.
I'll
Okay,
go first.
we'll start with Jazz.
Mine is going to be a slasher.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be based off of being a survivor, or it's a group of survivors from multiple traumatic events where a lot of people died, but they survived. And they were selected to go on this trip. Now, the thing is, all these people that are in this group benefited financially from their tragedy. So they either wrote a book or did some kind of press tour, like, oh, I'm a survivor from this tragic event and all this other shit. Really dark shit. And they're on this island, and the people that are trying to kill them are family members of people who had a loved one that died in the tragedy. So that's their revenge. So yeah, it was kind of like a bad miracle in my Jordan Peele voice.
Okay. Kind of gives me the vibe of like influencer and Final Destination meets Influencer.
That's a great movie.
I've never seen that before.
You should peep that. That shit.
Wait, what?
It's called Influencer.
You talking about Shorty who has the mole like right here?
Yeah. She went to the island and Shorty did.
Yeah, you should watch that.
Lisa.
Bad, though, but
this guy here, man, shut up.
She is, man. Okay, this nigga.
Lisa,
yes.
What is your horror movie that you will be presenting?
I'm going to be presenting a psychological horror.
Let's go.
We have Kendra, the smart, naive virgin. We have Mitch, the loud, obnoxious jock. Terrence, who's quiet, the good guy, kind of likes Kendra, kind of likes him. Dominique, the flirtatious sex kitten. Chase, the brainiac nerd, who's also a creep. And Scarlett, who is like kind of popular, but she's a little bit of a bully. And these are 6 friends that don't make any sense together, but they are a trope as well. And basically, Kendra's mom dies, and her friends, to kind of like make her feel better, they decide like to kind of like, do like a little seance thing to communicate with her. They get kind of spooked, feel like something's going on. And then slowly, one by one, they start dying. Her friends, Kendra's friends. The police are baffled. Kendra is afraid what they unleash. She's seeing things. She's missing time. And then it comes down to just her and Terrence. And I haven't decided exactly how it happens, but Terrence discovers that the one behind all this is Kendra, because apparently she was abused when she was younger by her father. And it was her mother who kind of saved her. So when her mother died, it actually unleashed the dark side of her, because she had, when your brain protects you, it shielded her from all of that. So when her mother died, that safe place, that safe haven, it unleashed that. And she kind of went crazy. And then you'll look back and see why she killed her friends. They weren't really good friends. They all had there were little things about it, one, they gossiped lies about her. One was, all that kind of stuff. So
we got a whole screenplay.
I know.
I'm a writer. Sorry.
She's a writer. She's a writer.
Yeah, that's what I want from Sidney Prescott. Like at some point, she should have failed. Like she should have failed to the trauma. Like no,
she can at 7. It's still on the table.
But the thing is, there is another film I will not say, and y'all better not say it either, that took that idea and they wasted it.
They did. That's true. They can still do it. Try to do it better.
You can do it better.
Yeah.
And you could be like, "Gotcha, bitch."
I hope so, but I mean, that movie.
I got you this summer, bitch.
This nigga Jason, man.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't give nothing. I gave nothing away.
Okay, it's okay.
I gave nothing away.
I'm gonna beep it out anyway.
I gave nothing away.
Everything away. What you mean?
Chris, what is your movie, man? I want to hear this
My
shit.
movie, my movie is gonna be, it's gonna be set on a college campus, in the mid to late 2000s. It is gonna be a Southern Gothic, with hints of the supernatural, just like small hints of the supernatural. But it's gonna be a conspiracy on campus to where people are going missing in very weird and bizarre ways, and there is more to the story than what meets the eye, and that we're going to follow also a group of friends as they try to figure out what happened to one of their friends as they went missing, and that's going to unravel into a larger conspiracy, larger supernatural mystery.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
Um, with mine, I'm going to do a psychological horror. Um, with this one, just some of the character tropes that we would have in there is, of course, you're gonna have a person that's going to warn the friend group of some things. And of course, you're gonna have one of the friends that's a super skeptic. Like, nah, that's not gonna happen. You got to worry about that. Let's do it. Now, of course, you guys know me. I hate dumb people, so we're gonna have a lot of self-aware people within this film. So they're gonna be fighting against this skeptic. With like, nigga, have you not seen XYZ da da da? Like this shit happens. Like just because you don't believe don't mean these things can't happen, so we can't do so. With that, we'll be an elevator horror film. So I'm not sure if we're gonna have like a, because of course I'm definitely always thinking about Smile, but I don't know if I want the subverted hero that turns into the actual villain, similar to kind of like what Lisa said. But yeah, it'll be, similar to that, but it will be a day of reckoning happening that you think that you can get out of. But yeah, that's my idea. Bullet points for a movie. I didn't think it out like y'all did. You niggas ready to go talk to some goddamn writers,
I'm
directors
sitting here
behind this
like,
bit.
what is Jason's movie about?
I didn't think it out
It
like
was
that.
your question.
It was.
Lisa ready to send her sit off. She about to
I
get
said you niggas
somebody
ready
by
to send it
herself.
off. Yeah, I'm just shit. Look, I just was bullet pointing like, damn, these niggas came to the extra credit. No extra credit would be given. God damn, nigga came to class prepared. Nigga, who does that?
That's what I said. I'm like, not Jason giving us homework, extra credit, projects, everything to do.
But I appreciate y'all. I
Sure.
appreciate y'all for doing it. But yeah, within this, I feel like we went through a lot, well, majority of the actual film. Did you guys have any scene that you wanted to discuss or talk about in the film, Lisa?
Yes. We already talked about a whole Finn blocking, but I actually want to talk about the reveal of what really happened to her mother. Like that was wild because we were led to believe the whole time from the first one up that it was too much for her and she killed herself. There was not a lot that was revealed to us or said to us, which makes sense because they're dealing with it, they're not going to be talking about it. And when he said a kindness, I was like, oh, don't you dare tell me. Don't you dare tell me that this nigga's about to reveal. He did. Like that reveal was crazy. It was just like I was blown away in the theater. I was just like there were little breadcrumbs that were like alluding to stuff for real, but like not till you saw it that you were like, nigga.
It's crazy because it's just like, so you probably picked up Finn because you knew you killed her mother or killed his mother. Like, I feel like the mother story came full circle.
Hmm.
And it was just, I said, damn. They was in there cooking when they was writing this script up, when they was writing this story up. Cause I ain't want nobody to die for real. I wanted Finn to feel better.
But I do like that when they make you. I mean, because the film should make you care for the characters somewhat, or at least somebody within the film, which is why I do lean more so into TV shows as opposed to movies, because at least then you do have the character. I mean, you can do it in a movie, but you do have more character development
Yes.
in a TV show, and you have much more to care about. So that 2 hour story is now branched over, 10, 12 hours if you do an episode. But yeah, I do. That's more so why I do prefer that. But I'm definitely with you in here with that review. I think I ain't gonna say I've seen it, but I was when this came out, I was like, oh shit, this guy here, man, this nigga is the goddamn devil. This nigga is the fucking devil.
Yeah, he said he has a bottomless pit of sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
was kind
said,
of a bar. Yeah, when he was talking, I was like, ooh.
Um, the whole thing of him beating them up in like the dream, like the dream sequence. How did y'all feel about that? Like when he was on the ice grabbing niggas and just throwing them around.
I wanted more. That
The
was
third, matter of fact, what do y'all with the out of 10? What do y'all give the third act of this film?
uh, I I think the third act, I'm not gonna say was the weakest, but it was not the strongest in my opinion.
So it's the weakest.
Well, it could be second. But I just, because I wasn't sure exactly of the limitations for the grabber, for the dreams, for Finn, because you're dealing with 3 different levels here. Because Finn can hear the phone ringing sometimes, but nobody else can. But now you find out at the end, Gwen can hear the phone ringing, but Finn may not hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And with the dream sequences, obviously Quinn is able to dream and see things. And then you see Finn is able to attack the grabber while awake. So it was just a lot going on in that third act. I was just like, so what can they do for real? Because in Freddy, he had to be brought out of the dream.
Mm-hmm.
The grabber ain't got to be brought out of nothing, apparently. You just got to see where he's skating at. And like, you can go ahead and like beat his ass. So it was, and I guess you don't really have to fully explain that because there's really no rules, but I was like double dutch. Like I wasn't sure which area or element I was on board with versus what I was like, all right, y'all putting a little too much dip on the chip on this one.
They said boom, 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 take it.
Yeah.
That's it. You gotta ride with it.
Because the grabber can just push somebody's head in the water.
Yeah.
I think, it's my theory, I think it's because they were right there at the source of his power. That's what I think it was, because Gwen was really the one that he was able to touch away from there because she was the most connected. But right there in the source of his power, where like everything comes, like maybe that's where he is the strongest. And that's why you can see the ice. That's why he was able to kind of reach out and touch somebody's hand without
because but he was throwing like pots and pans at the adults when they was about to throw Gwen in the damn oven.
He did.
Which they stood around was like, what's she about to do? But I'm not gonna lie, it's in 2 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up.
Jazz, it can be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If I see a bitch floating, I'm leaving her.
Especially if it's somebody who I met like 3 hours ago. I'm like, ugh.
12 years ago. I'm leaving her.
Wait, pause. Hold on. Jason.
You left, Jazz.
So you mean to tell me you see me floating about to go into a motherfucking oven? Here go, Jason.
Oh my God. Jazz is floating.
Nigga, you can save me. You just go watch me float? Yeah.
My heart might explode if I see you float, nigga.
You're not gonna try to save me. Jason like, oh my god, yes. Nigga, if you don't grab my motherfucking ankle.
She
So
might be the
those
Scarlet
adults were
Witch. She
useless.
might be the Scarlet Witch.
Jazz don't fuck with kids. She definitely not the Scarlet Witch. She definitely not the Scarlet Witch. But I feel like the adults didn't really do much in the first film, so they definitely didn't do much in the second film.
But I feel like they had less opportunities to do stuff in the first film than in the second.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
first,
that's true.
didn't know where they was at. Like, well, what would y'all give it out of 10? Because I didn't.
Because I said the one nigga that did something got his head busted, and that was the brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had took a bump of cocaine. If he didn't do that line, he would have been able to handle that situation.
All that talking he was doing. I give it a 6. I give the last act a 6. I enjoy because we're counting the scene, not saying act 3 after the reveal of the mom being killed, right? The stuff after that.
Yeah, that's
so yeah. So because the conversation between Gwen, Terrence, and Finn happened in Act 3, as well. So I love that part. But the finale when they on that last battle on the ice, like she should have started knocking niggas off. Like I didn't like that. Like people should have got killed. He was just kind of like playing around. Like bro, they finna figure out your secret. My nigga killed him. Like do something, nigga.
I feel like he was playing around with Gwen too. Like he could have killed her.
God, he could have killed her in when they was freaking out when they seen her floating.
I think even there was another scene to where when she was like running through like the cupboards, he was right next to her and he could have killed her. So it felt like I don't know if he was just like playing with his food, but for me, I'm probably leaning towards like a 6 too. Like this is actually what kind of brought the movie down some. I feel like he was killed kind of easily. I feel like it was a little bit too easy. Jazz, what you were talking about with like the rules, like I feel like with stuff like this, you kind of have to establish the rules or at least heavily imply it. Because I'm a little bit confused because like now Finn can do something to him. Like that was never established before. And now that they can see him on the ice, but before he was invisible. Like at first I didn't think he could attack anyone but Gwen. I thought it was only her. And then now he can attack everyone else. Like I was a little bit confused on like maybe like where his powers start, where they end. The only thing I can think of is that he didn't really know what he could do because when he said, he kind of alluded to the fact that like to find out what could happen when he says like the line about like what happens to you if I hurt you or kill you in your nightmare, what will happen? He said, let's find out. So I guess maybe he doesn't really know, maybe, but that's not explicitly said.
Yeah.
So I love things about Black Phone and Black Phone 2 separately. The terror, the stakes in Black 2 are much better, like the scenes and whatnot. I feel like the first Black Phone had a little bit more heart to it, and I think that their third act was way stronger. Especially when Finn goes on this journey talking to these boys, and they each give him a key thing that he needs, that when you put it all together defeats the guy, whereas like you said in here, it was like there wasn't really, you didn't have that. You didn't have key things. It was just, oh, we gotta find these 3 boys, and they found them pretty fast, to be honest with you. Like I thought that, oh, we find one and then the other 2 were somewhere else, or oh no, they're right next to each other. Okay, so he was okay, it's fair. So it was, I will also give it a 6, the third act for Black Phone 2. And if I'm being honest with you, like the terror and everything is elevated into where they went with the characters made sense, the evolution was great. I still like 1 better.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think 1 is a more consistent movie. I think that it's more of a mystery, even though like we know what's happened as the audience. It just felt like a great mystery. It's truly, I will give the Black Phone this, that like these are 2 truly very different movies.
Yes.
Like 1 feels, I don't even know if I can call it a slasher, but it just feels like an that's exactly what it is. But it feels like an abduction movie, and it feels like you're watching a child predator. That's exactly what you're watching. But it feels just like very human and grounded, and it just feels like I don't even know.
Is he thinking? Oh.
Think my I was saying, man, boy, look at more
Oh,
chest. That's that's Morris Walnut.
That was so unprovoked. Like what? That was Bishop back. Did you hear what? Did you hear what he said?
Man, this all I heard is Moore's Walnut. Y'all froze, man. This nigga be hating,
No,
man.
nigga, you froze. But
I
I'm
know.
not. I'm not.
Froze.
Fair warning. That is saying in the episode.
This nigga
I'm
Jason.
not deleting that shit out.
This
I
nigga
love you,
Jason.
bro. I love
But
you, bro.
Chris,
Don't act like that.
you froze at your point.
I don't even know why I stopped at.
Shit. I'm just thinking walnut. I don't.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I blame Jason.
All I do is show love to you, Jason. That's all I have to do, and this is what you give me.
But oh my God, I'm sorry, Chris.
It's all good. I'm used to it. This is what y'all do to me.
Don't, bro, how did we escalate to y'all? I was on your side. I was listening to you.
This too. I was very locked in.
We was both locked in, and do you just?
I was locked in too. Then you froze, and I was like, "This nigga posing."
Y'all were too, because I asked a question, and then y'all all was stuck. I'm like, damn, all y'all stuck.
It's like you was. I thought I didn't know if you was thinking or whatnot. And I was like, damn.
Wait, what was your question?
What was my question? What was I saying? I was saying that this is just two different movies. I don't know what I said, but it just feels two very different movies. Like this. Oh, I know the question. Have you ever seen the movie Megan is Missing? That's what I was asking.
No,
I have not seen that.
Very dark movie. One of the darkest movies I've ever seen. But it's about a girl that goes missing, and I don't know if y'all get triggered easily, but she's like a 15-year-old girl, so like you can kind of like do the math. But it's a very dark movie. But this feels like a version of that, or the Black Phone 1, but Black Phone 2 is just supernatural. But I would say I give this franchise credit that I can't think of another franchise to where the sequel is a very huge departure from the first.
Like Stranger Things.
That's a show though.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, but it changed drastically.
But Jason, you can't incorporate a show when it's a movie. That's not fair.
Like an actual movie.
Well, actually, think about Terminator 1 and 2. Tone change.
There we go. You only brought that up
Megan
because that's
1 and
one of
2.
your favorite movies.
But even with that, the essence of the movie is still the same. Like Terminator 2 is a very different movie from 1, and a lot does change. Well, yeah, a lot does change.
You mean that it kind of genre bends?
Yeah, it genre bends. I think that. Thank you, Jason. Because I can't really think of it, because like the first one just feels like an abduction thriller. This is
Joker.
All right, so I'm going to. I'm just gonna act like I didn't hear what Jason.
It does. It's that genre switched big time.
So I'm going to join y'all. I will probably say the third act was a 6 as well. It was. I liked them on the ice, but I was just like, why are you just cutting people up? Why are you not killing people? But I didn't ask that during the movie because I just completely forgot that nobody died, because that wasn't a focus of mine. I was just like, the cinematography is amazing. Like he was, what Ethan Hawke brought to this role, I'm going to go ahead and give him his flowers. He did an amazing job. Yeah. And he is becoming a very good staple in the horror community, because you had Sinister and then you have this. And if we do get a third one, I can honestly see him putting on a much more and darker performance in that than we did in these first two movies, especially if they make that third film about the grabber. So it'll be interesting.
Do we need a third?
we don't need a third, but I feel like 2 movies is not enough if you want to be stamped in that iconic horror movie.
Wait. So now you gotta have a multi. You gotta have a lot of movies to be iconic.
I I said he needs another one that's more centered around him. I did say that when
Well,
you asked the question.
I mean,
I mean,
in Jason's defense, wouldn't you say Pennywise is iconic?
I would. He just
yeah.
had one. He was iconic off of just one movie, really. Or
Well,
one.
he was iconic off of a series that was
Yeah,
2 parts.
That's one.
Nah, I'm not.
it's one. It counts as one.
Technically,
To who? You
No,
saw
how
it's
long?
two
they
Hold on.
parts.
was
It's a,
kids
One
and
series,
adults. He was fucking up generations of kids.
but only because it's like because the book is like 1,500 pages, so you got to break that up.
I've read it.
Yeah, I did too.
Listen,
It's very good.
It's
yeah,
maybe
look,
his best book.
that's a 2 part series. That's PG, not PG-13, not rated R. It's PG, and it's scary as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
yeah,
book was actually scary too.
I heard the book was 10 times darker than the series.
Hell yeah, yeah. Because there's one scene in particular that I'm not even going to describe it. Lisa, you probably know what I'm talking about towards the end.
This,
Say what?
wait. When they were kids and they had to
Yeah.
escape the sewer.
Yes, and how they got to escape.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stephen King was wilding.
Yeah,
What
so
nigga? What? Like that's how you know he was on cocaine. Nigga was wilding.
He was
hey,
on
that
crack.
look, sometimes that booger sugar give you that inspiration that you need,
Yeah.
but I am definitely the grabber
don't
ain't
stop
nowhere
till you
near
get enough.
Pennywise.
Mm.
But the grabber is nowhere near Pennywise. Not with them black ass balloons. Red.
He ain't that far off.
So I wasn't saying that he was on the same level, but I was saying is because like we talked about them having a certain level of catalog.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, technically Pennywise don't have a lot. That was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But because for Black Phone specifically, I was saying, oh, he probably needs another movie or two.
And then we got Pennywise about to get a prequel series.
Oh, welcome
Come
Protect-
on now. Like,
but
yo,
but Pennywise
toes.
was a Pennywise was established
Shoulders.
in 90 though. Like it's unless you saying it was established in
Jason.
a book and then it went to a miniseries. If that's your argument in that, then yeah. But I mean, still, it's a miniseries. It was 2 episodes, an hour and 30 minutes each. So that's 3 hours. That's two things. And now
But
we just riding with here icon at that point
Nah.
just because that.
Nigga, you said the miniseries was 3 hours.
Yes.
No,
Nigga, that was like 12, nigga.
Huh?
That shit was like 12, dog. You that it's
I just pulled it up. It's hour and 30 minutes.
Bro, that miniseries, but I watched that like 10 hours, dog.
that's how much. That's how long the
It
book
felt
was.
like it, huh?
But
it
I probably
did.
could be on all day.
Mm.
It was 3 hours and 12 minutes total. I'm with Chris. I thought it was longer. It felt longer. Maybe because we were kids. It was just like, ooh,
It was
just,
scary,
There
y'all.
there
It
is
was
one
scary.
there is one Stephen King movie that is like 8 long.
The Stand.
Man, I was why did I sit there and watch it?
You
Cause
talking about the
you can't look away. Can't look away.
you
Wait,
talking about the
wait. You
miniseries?
talking about the new remake they made a little while ago, or like the
Nah, I
original?
was a kid. I was a kid watching
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah. Okay, that's the yeah.
That remake not bad.
Wait, what are
I-
y'all talking about?
So
The Stand. It has
So-
Whoopi Goldberg in it.
I've heard mixed things about the remake. I haven't watched it. But I've heard
It's not bad. They do make some changes.
Mm.
They do make some changes, but it doesn't ruin it for me. Like damn, there was something like it was like one of the like the villain, one of the villains. They make some changes with him. The lead is black, so they do some race swapping. He does a good job. But it's not bad. I think it's worth watching.
Oh, that's the It's brother is in that.
If you want to talk about bad Stephen King endings, that's the worst one.
Which
Have you
one?
read The Stand, the book?
Oh, I didn't read the book.
The book is amazing until the last 80 pages.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wait. Is it similar to the series ending?
I don't even remember how the series ended. Actually, What happened to the sword?
Nerds.
Uh,
Nerds.
I know we do sound like dorks.
Right.
We do. We do.
But
I
was there
am.
I feel like it was another scene I wanted to bring up, but I forgot what it was.
Well, well, I will say I really appreciated how everything came full circle, and even the father got his own arc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
could have
that was
died
dope.
too.
No, you couldn't kill
Oh.
him.
I feel like that would kind of undermined it. Like they finally became like have a chance to be a family.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel
guess.
like they could have killed them, but like if you might as well leave everyone alive by that point. Because if you kill the dad, now like shit, now they gonna go into the foster system.
Yeah,
Like
it gets darker. It gets darker. It gets darker at that point. I did think Gwen was gonna die. I
Really?
did think
For
that was.
real?
I did think they were gonna. I thought she was gonna sacrifice herself to make sure the dad and brother was good, or they had to take care of each other. I thought
I
that's
never
how
thought
it
she was
is.
gonna die.
I honestly thought that I went when he was rolling her in the air and doing all kind of stuff and choking her. I did think that possibly she might not have made it. In that moment, I'm like, are they about to kill her? And then have the brother and Armando like carry on and try to finish the job? Like, I did think that initially in that moment. It's just in that moment because I'm like, he was putting her through the ringer, yo.
Yeah, he was getting rough with her.
Hit her with an axe on her arm. I said, "Nigga, goddamn, chill out."
And then you guys talk about like why didn't he just kill them while he played with them? But remember, that's how he was in the first one.
He
Like
was. He did have the game that he
it was
was.
a game. It was all a game.
Yeah, that's true. But Jason, did you have any more questions?
No, I don't. I think I believe I went through everything, if I'm not mistaken. I ain't bring nothing else up, right? I don't think.
What's the top subgenre to date?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely one.
Oh, that one. Okay, that meant to be answered with the other questions in the beginning. But yes, what is the top subgenre for you all today? Lisa, I'm gonna start with you.
Supernatural horror. And I'm gonna lean into Sinners, Weapons, Black Phone 2, saying that.
Mm.
Mm.
Jazz.
I would say psychological thrillers, and then second would be horror comedies.
No way in hell she said that. Chris, what you got?
I'm gonna go with jazz. I'm gonna say, but just thriller. I think is the best actually, and I struggle with this, but this was I'm gonna say thriller. Like you have Strange Darling, Blink Twice, Heretic, Speak No Evil, Bodies, Companion. I think it's some solid movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking with that. I'm fucking with that. Yeah, psychological horror or thriller. That's my. If you put a thriller, it's my shit anyway, because it's just like kind of open field. And I like when I want to feel things when I watch these movies.
But see, I feel like thrillers and horror, they're cousins, but they're not exactly the same exact thing. So
You're
like
correct.
Blink Twice, yeah, love that movie. I watched it 5 times, to be honest with you.
You should have blinked 3 times. Come on now. What you doing?
And yeah, but it's a thriller. It's not a horror movie for me. It's like
That's definitely a horror movie.
Yeah, I
So,
think yeah. I gotta.
Them niggas.
so I understand what Lisa is saying with that
I do too,
because
but
I'm pretty
no.
sure a lot of people that depending on who's watching it, you can see that definitely as a thriller versus as a horror movie. Certain decisions I personally would not have made to be in that situation, which is why I would see that as a thriller that I can be entertained by. But then it's just like for people who do take those risks, like, oh shit, that could be me one day, or could have been me. And it's just like, or it has been me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like what Zoe was able to bring to Blink Twice, I applaud her.
yeah.
Because that movie was
Give her credit on this podcast.
we did a review on it and we gave her credit then. So it's just
I
like
didn't say her name. I didn't say her name.
nigga, what?
What's wrong with her?
Yo, Jason is such a hater of light skins. It's so crazy.
Well, but she's a milk maiden. Like she don't take a role unless she can fuck a white man.
Listen, you could say that about Zoe Saldana as well, but we are not going against Zoe on this podcast either. So
She had Nick Cannon, that counts, I guess.
and she had Michael Ealy. Chris, what we not tracking who she but look,
Oh, I
Either
am.
way, of course you are.
Keep it
But
stuff.
In Takers? Was that in Takers?
Yeah, that
yes,
was Takers. But I get, but I think Blink Twice is horror.
But
Well,
I
okay.
kind of feel Lisa's point though. It
But I
definitely
get it. I get it though. I do get it though. I get it. It's
Well, the thing is, Jason, like, I have a friend who loves thrillers. She will not watch a horror movie. She loves thrillers, will not watch a horror movie. And that itself is a distinction to me as well. So, of course, there are horrible elements in thrillers, but I don't consider them horror. But this isn't something a hill that I'm willing to like, I'm gonna die on, I'm gonna beat you down. Like, I'm just saying, like, based off like her, I'm like, oh, yeah.
just a question. What's something that she could consider or you consider a thriller that's not a horror outside of Blink Twice?
Let's see.
I would say Strange Darling.
You don't consider that horror?
No.
No.
I ain't never see it.
I'm trying to
Wait.
Jason, yes, you did. We reviewed that as well when we did Blink Twice.
I'm thinking the other movie. Sorry, something, whatever what the other
Oh,
movie.
sorry to bother you.
No.
Oh, wait. Sorry,
Strange-
darling.
I know you talking about the Florence movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cute.
Oh,
That's
that's one I would say.
That's a psychological thriller.
I never seen it. That's what I'm thinking of.
It's decent.
It has Chris Pine in it.
That's your buddy.
No,
Okay,
it's
you know what?
not.
Yeah,
But did you watch it?
I did.
Jack? So weren't you satisfied
No.
by what happened?
I would not recommend that movie.
It's not bad.
What?
Florence did a great job. I only watched because Florence was in it because I'm a fan of Florence. But like,
I just noticed the guy that did do Strange Darling, he did The Long Walk.
really?
He wrote both of them.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Gone Girl, Silence of the Lambs. Those are thrillers and not horror movies.
Ooh,
Yes.
Silent. I'll give you Gone Girl.
Yes.
Silence
Sounds of the Lambs is kind of that's teetering. We teetering now. We playing. You're playing. You're
Actually,
playing.
I would be mad wherever The Rock landed on either side of
7.
that.
What would you put 7?
That is horror. That is horror. Yo.
I'm leaning more psychological thriller.
How?
That's a psychological thriller.
How? How do you put so if
I would even throw in gore and mystery. Not gore. It's not a lot of gore.
Well, with 7, it leans more to on the criminal aspect, the criminal investigation, and the
it's
horror.
like a who done it, ain't it?
It's just like
Now you feel it's kind of
I'm gonna say it. I'm not Citizen Kane. What's the law-abiding citizen? That's
a thriller.
But that's what 7 reminds me of.
Kind of, yeah.
Or a more dark, gritty version.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it's not because you always see the aftermath of the kills, except for the one guy that he kept alive. But I guess what makes it a horror is that if you were just seeing him actually killing the people and him chasing them and all of that, that would have made it a horror. It was more so about like figuring out who it is. So I'm with you. I think that is more thriller. Gone Girl is 100% suspense thriller. Silence of the Lambs, I think that's a horror.
So let me ask you this. So then when you start having these conversations, then I think about the movie with shit. What's the movie with Jack no, not Jack, but Tommy Lee
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
Double Jeopardy. No Country for Old Men is a thriller. That is not a horror.
That's
a thriller.
You see the kills, right? You see in this.
So those kills, like you get a shootout. I would not even put that in horror at all.
I wouldn't. But now I'm saying if we going with, I was just saying with Chris' point of we see the kill happen in there. Like I agree. It is a thriller. I 100% agree with that.
When it comes to kills, I mean, I think it probably depends on the type of kill.
Yeah.
So like the kills in this. But this is also supernatural, so that's not a really good comparison. So
it's not trying to scare you. Like it's about intent. Like No Country for Old Men was never trying to scare you. It's supposed to be like
that's true.
That's kind of scary.
It's not scary as shit. Oh no! If I see him, I'm going the other way. But I don't think that movie. I think that he just did such a great job that he made that character scary. But that's just like a crime movie, like
Yeah.
crime thriller.
Yeah.
But but going back to what you said, Lisa, I can kind of see what you mean. I guess for me, I put thriller into the horror category, but I can see why you're making the distinction with some of those movies. So I can walk with you because even with Strange Darling, uh, it does kind of lean more
It's
into
a
the
thriller.
side. Yeah,
It's a thriller.
it does.
Erotic thriller.
Let me The Strangers, the original.
100% a horror.
Yeah, that's a horror
And
movie.
you don't get you get the kills at the end, but they just stabbing them.
Mm-hmm.
But does the kills make it horror, or is it just a build up?
It's the build.
It's the build up.
It's the build up.
The atmosphere, the stalking, the whole making them. All of that.
Jump scares, like that's a legit scary movie. Like especially like the concept behind it, like someone being in your house you not know it is absolutely fine. Even if they didn't kill them, like that still would have been a scary movie.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with everything you guys said. I also don't like The Strangers, but yeah.
The original? You mean like the 2024 version? You don't like that?
I only ever watched the original, and I was like,
you didn't like 2007.
The original, the first one that came out.
Yes, the first one with Lily Tyler.
Lily, yeah.
Steven Tyler's daughter.
Liv Tyler. Yeah.
People either think that's like a great movie or they don't like it at all. No middle ground.
I like it.
Listen, the chapter 2, not a bad movie.
We're not doing that. Not tonight.
Not a bad
movie. I gotta watch it. I don't think
if you like Slack, you have a good time with it.
There were some bad decisions in the first one, but I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the first
one. The second one too, but you're gonna have a good time.
What you got, Lisa?
I was so turned off by The Strangers. I didn't watch any of the sequels following it. I will say that this last one, where I guess she survived, she's still stuck in that town. That is the first time that I've been like, maybe I'll watch this one. It actually looks interesting.
Ooh.
Chris
let's talk.
Chris went into the Discord after watching that movie and said, turn your brain off and you'll enjoy it.
No, not after. Midway in.
That's even worse. So, like, I'm not watching that shit. Like, no.
I'm like, nigga, what did you get me into?
But you even said that you are going to watch chapter 3. So you're planning to go back in for another hour and 30 minutes, like, to continue this.
I'm a finisher. I gotta see things through. And I'm telling you, 2 is really like 2 is a fun time.
I don't believe you.
No.
I'm going to see it. I was going to the movies and I'm looking at them. I had like 3 critics. This just let me know I haven't been to the movies in 3 months.
The silence was the judgment.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's all good. I seen this though.
The waves on spin.
Oh, my bad. That was an accident. But appreciate that.
He got the chain on too, like nigga.
But yeah, are there any other scenes that you guys wanted to discuss?
I want to talk about Gwen on the phone with her mama. That shit had me in so many tears, y'all. Because I said, oh no. She said, how long am I going to be cursed? Honey, it's not a curse. And her mom was that was her mom. She had a very close relationship with her mama. And I'm not going to lie. I was tearing up in the theater. I said, this is fucking beautiful.
I had already dropped my tears. It was already there. Not there.
Ben had you in tears.
Yeah, that whole little scene with them and my dad and them, I was like, oh shit, these niggas cooking.
Right. I'm like, how am I supposed to wish death on you if you got me crying?
I mean, shit, that's when death happened. Shit, they fuck you up. That's when they get you.
Yeah.
Now it was a good scene. It was a good full circle moment with the mom. I'm glad she got that. Like, and I'm actually glad that they didn't let it just be the suicide, so they could actually kind of like have like some closure.
So they did do you all mentioned a story about the grabber, like a prequel. Would it be where he killed kids in between the camp and then, or would it be stuff that led up to how he got there?
I would say even going back before, what was it, 1957?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if it went back before 1957.
Yeah. Take me before the camp, and then you can use the camp as a little flash, but
Mm-hmm.
not spend too much time on it because we already know what happened there because we saw it in the sequel. And then
Mhm.
skip to the first boy that you took from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed him that's what a mama.
Well, you have a little flash of that too. So you having flashes from earlier movies, but then you can continue on.
Hmm.
Well, actually, we don't even have to see too much of him taking kids from that area. I would prefer to see how he got there. Now, if nothing triggered him to be crazy, that could get dark. That could get real dark.
It would have to be if they were going to end the movie with him getting the job at the camp.
That would be fine.
Yeah, that could be a good one too.
That would be really fine. Now, I would be like to see that. I guess, but I wonder how different it would be from the first. But maybe they wouldn't have the supernatural element with it. Maybe.
No.
Or maybe they could explain where it came from. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't. They maybe shouldn't even get that deep into it. Just ground it again for the last, but just bring home the story. So
I
then
think
it'll
it's
make
cool just
sense.
letting it be a thing, like not explaining it. Like we don't need any lore. Like they can do this, and that's just it. Like we don't need an
Hmm.
explanation.
Yeah. It's gonna make for them conversation later down the road. Grabber versus Michael Myers, who you think can win? It make them conversation kind of hard.
Will it though?
Michael Myers will fuck
Hell
the
yeah.
rapper up. Michael Myers will
Not
fuck the
not
rapper up.
not if he was getting your ass in dreams.
Jason.
He wrote not
Finn.
the
Finn was beating the grabber's ass while he was awake.
Yeah.
I said
So the grabber can get his ass beat while somebody is awake.
Michael Myers got beat by Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's like 80 years old. Come
And
on,
the
man.
grabber got beat by Finn and Gwen. And they're under the ages of 20.
What does the age got to do with it?
That means experience. Michael got bodies on bodies on bodies.
Sid was killing people. She was like 17.
What? No, JC, you know what I'm talking about, nigga.
It's self-defense. It's our self-defense. That's the fact.
So you mean to tell me you're gonna put the grabber? You gonna think the grabber has an opportunity to go against Michael Myers, who's been killing people? Now I understand Jesse beat his ass, but I'm assuming we're gonna get a Michael that has
He's been
been
killing
nourished and
been
ain't
killing
living in
for
the sewage.
He's been killing for 22 years. Yeah.
Who y'all got in that fight?
Now he can dream walk. He can beat your ass in a dream. And now so your argument is based on how they lost. My argument is based on what if they fully went into what he could actually do. No, there's no Michael Myers, there's no chance in hell against him.
But it's like you're giving him abilities that he don't know he got and we haven't seen. So
We
we
did
can't.
see it. No, we going based on what we seen and what we know, not based on what we don't know.
But we also saw Michael Myers in a dream with Freddy.
We said Jason.
No, that was Jason.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I mean, them niggas kind of the same person for real. But like,
because you like one and you don't like the other one. So now we can establish we've established that lore. Here.
Are we gonna act like they not really the same person? They be stalking people.
They not because one of them is at a camp, one of them is in the neighborhood.
That's it.
Michael makes the rounds. Jason is like, as long as y'all niggas leave me and my camp alone, we ain't got no problems.
Unless you go to New York.
So in a fight,
or the space
them though from his camp, he followed them.
So in a fight, are they different?
Who, Michael and Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Jason, you can trick Jason. Jason is kind of dumb. Michael Myers isn't falling for the shit that Jason does.
So Michael has more intelligence.
For sure.
So do you think
Jason is stronger?
Jason is stronger.
So do you think Michael Myers is gonna have a tough time going against the grabber?
No, he gonna fuck the grabber up. Because it's the thing though, Michael is like hard to kill. So once like the grabber is gonna be trying to treat him like a regular dude, he's just gonna be taking that, and then Michael's gonna grab him once and it's over.
Yeah, I think Michael got him.
because look at Michael and Kills. He's not a regular man.
Right.
Yeah,
People brought their iron out in the board, iron board, and irons are gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, he
See,
got.
in that's how you they give you a peak Michael in that movie though. They allow Michael to kill everybody. They don't the grabber didn't kill nobody. They didn't let him kill. If he would have been killing niggas, then the conversation would be different. But because he didn't, that's what we like. Well, he did. Wait, we can't go to what he did. We got to go to the ability. That's what I go off of. These
nigga's so weak. He could only like kill kids, a mom, and his brother. His brother who was high. Like
Lisa just called him a bitch. I'm just saying.
I mean,
But
if he went full Freddy Krueger, then maybe. But I don't even know if Michael has his powers. I'm not sure if Freddy could kill him in his dreams. Like, unless Freddy just go OP.
listen, I don't ever see Michael sleep. How about that?
Yeah, that too.
That nigga always up.
I think he was sleeping Halloween Resurrection. Because I remember him sitting up when the people came to the house. So he was laying down. Shit, he was laying down when Corey beat his ass in the sewage.
Evil never sleeps.
He wouldn't sleep though. He was well. But of course, the reason we are here, was it good though? Chris, we're gonna start off with you, my brother.
I'm gonna say yeah. There were some things that I went in with very high expectations, and I can't say it fully reached them, but I still had a good time with it.
You weren't disappointed though.
No, I wasn't.
I think that'd be more so my takeaway. Out of 10, what would you give the film in totality?
6.8.
6.8.
Yeah, I like the first one better.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, but
Lisa.
only because of the third act. Like for me, how you end the movie, like really, like you gotta nail the ending. And like if they had a better ending, like it would be higher. But like the ending's really like I can watch a slow burn if it really nails the ending. And this one is kind of the opposite. But I still enjoyed it. It's definitely rewatchable though.
Got you, Lisa. Was it good though?
So normally I do it out of 5 stars, so I'll just double my number. It was good. It was good. Okay, well, I give Black Phone, the first one is 4.5 stars for me. This one is 4.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Jazz, was it good though?
Yes, I definitely enjoyed this film. I would probably give it a 7.5 for sure, but I do enjoy the story from the first film, but the cinematography in this film blew me away. So, Jason, was it good though?
It was. I'm kind of like you as well. I think 7.5 is where I would go with it. Like I said, if they would have that third act, they would have tightened that up a bit, it definitely would have been a stronger film for me. However, the bookend for the story is where it sells it for me. Just them being able to go back to that first film and just tie up a lot of those things in there and go back into it. It definitely rewards the rewatch. But yeah, I definitely think we got something here, and I think in years to come, this is gonna be one of those movies that stand the test of time. And I do hope that the Grabber becomes one of them iconic villains, because we need one for in today's world. I guess for us horror fans, we don't really get those anymore. We get the classic films, I feel like, but I think they remember for some of the characters more so than the killers in them.
I mean, we got Auntie Gladys.
Oh,
you got
the
Gladys. Smile Monster.
Yeah, you got Art the Clown.
I'm never thinking about that nigga. Art the Clown, yes.
Yeah, Art the Clown's probably the biggest one.
The Smile Monster though, I don't know about that.
All it does is smile.
I think Jazz went into Terrified with like went into it disappointed to watch it. I don't even think she even really gave it a chance.
Duh. Like, I haven't been trying to watch it at all. How did you think I was gonna go into it? Excited? If that was the case, I would have watched it.
You should have got to go into it with an open mind,
Jason,
though,
it's torture porn, my nigga. I do not like torture porn. Don't nod your fucking head like that, Chris. You know it's torture porn.
But it had a good story though.
It has a good story. Yeah, that's what makes it not torture.
So are y'all gonna sit here and act like the torture porn did not overshadow the story?
No,
not for me. It did.
No, not for me.
It absolutely. Well, for me, it did. I was just like, this was heavy-handed as hell. Lisa, I just watched Terrifier 2 today because I lost a bet. You know, you've been here for 3 fucking weeks. You know, I lost it and I finally watched it and I was irritated when I was watching it.
What would you give it out of 10?
A 5 out of 5. Excuse me. I'm sorry. A 5.5 out of 10.
That's fair. You know, I can live with that.
That's cool.
I wouldn't recommend it because I'm just sitting here like the gore was just so fucking heavy-handed.
I'm beyond that. A better ending. That's one of the best slashes.
So I don't think I even got to the ending. I probably got like 15 minutes left.
You gotta.
The movie is 2 hours.
You've seen longer. You have
Chris, seen 2 hours of gore? No, I have not seen that. That shit was giving me a headache.
I saw that movie back to back. I
was texting people, snapping at them, watching this shit, and I was like, "Yo, Jazz, put your phone down." This shit, like, yeah.
It's funny because I don't even really like gore like that, but I do love that movie.
You need to get checked out.
I'm not a big gore person, but the movie's good. The movie is good. The story, I really enjoyed it.
That movie is one of the better of the decade to me.
All right, we ain't hearing this shit no more.
All right,
right, because he been saying that shit for the past 2 weeks. Whatever.
I avoided Terrifier all this time because like I just wasn't really interested in it. But then my twins were interested in it. So then we sat down and watched it. And they love the Terrifier. For the most part, I'm like, oh, it's all right. Like if I had never ever watched it, I wouldn't feel like I was missing anything. I have not seen kills like this before. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess I could say they did a nice balance because the way a woman got killed in the first one, they turned around and was like, don't worry, you got something for the niggas as well. And I was like,
that was such yeah, we're not gonna talk about that movie.
We even got one of those, and I was like feeling it for you. I was like, oof.
Have you seen 3?
That's what she's talking about.
No, I was talking about 2.
Yeah, I thought you.
No. She talking about 3. It didn't happen. It didn't happen in 2. It happened in 3.
It was somebody pissing in 2.
My bad.
Nah, there was, but 3, yeah, the one get bisected. Yeah. Now 3 is mid. I'll give you that. 3 is kind of like
3 days really just threw some shit at the wall.
Strongest of the. I was supposed to say 2 is the strongest of the 3 of the movies.
Sure.
Easily.
Yeah.
So, if you did not enjoy 2, Jazz, I suggest
I'm not gonna watch it.
Not doing nothing else.
Any other bets?
I've come to realize, like, when it comes to horror gore, I'm good.
I need to bet better.
But my thing is, like, I can do gore, but like 3 just feels like kind of cartoonish. Like it's just gore just for the sake of gore. Like there's not honestly
except,
an hour in
and that's
except and that's what the kids. That's great.
And that's what 2 felt to me. So I wouldn't even want to. I'm not even interested in watching 3.
3 is gonna be unwatchable because I'm watching 3 and I'm like,
yeah, nah.
And of course they're gonna do a 4 the way they ended 3.
But 4 is the last one though. Thank God.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And Friday the 13th has finished production, so now that we just waiting on that release date and the trailer for that. So
2026.
And Welcome to Derry drops this week, the 26th.
For real?
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
This week. Well, by the time this episode drops, it would already be out. That is on our review list. Damn, we're gonna be talking about like horror shit around Christmas. We'll see. We might save that for 2026.
But Lisa, Chris, we appreciate y'all for joining us. Lisa, you back to back 3 weeks in a row. Let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know what you got going on.
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Real Movie Lovers. That's REEL and NXG Global Productions, as well as on TikTok and YouTube, my YouTube channel, NXG Global Productions. You can check out my series, The Zombie Chronicles, which is a drama comedy on Tubi. This is actually merch from that show, Zombie by Nature. And at Patreon if you're looking to support NXT Global Productions.
Chris, let the people know what you got going on, where they can find you, my brother.
You can follow me on Twitter at the handle at Chris LaFleur. Also on Instagram, even though not quite as active on Instagram. You can also follow me on Letterboxd at Chris LaFleur. My blog, Crazy Scary Cool. Life has gotten a little bit busy, so not writing, still writing, but it's taking me a little bit longer. But yeah, so yeah, follow me there, Crazy Scary Cool, Chris LaFleur, and yeah, you can do that if you like.
And yes, for us, I'm not sure what the next movie or show we will be reviewing because we had a conversation, so we don't. I just I looked at the list. What?
I thought we was doing Gen V.
That's next. That's next for sure, for sure.
That's what you said.
I mean, I started. Didn't had what was the last conversation we had though?
Gen V.
That wasn't the last conversation. The last conversation we had was Back to the Future. We just had that conversation.
I thought that was going to be the end of November.
We didn't put a date on it or anything like that. I just know the movie get released Halloween night. They're gonna re-release it 40 years. So yeah, Back to the Future.
Well, I don't know what we're doing next week then.
Gen V is cool. Gen V works. I like that. I can get started my rewatch now. So that works with Gen V. So yeah, we'll be doing Gen V next week. Next episode. That'll be what you would be saying. Gen V.
We're not sure.
We get the picture. This eyes. We can pick what we want to do, motherfucker. Y'all go. Yeah. Whatever we do, come and listen. Come and listen to us. But we appreciate each and every what? That was nasty. She's sleepy. All right. We appreciate y'all for listening, joining us, checking out the episodes. Jazz, you got anything for the people?
Yes, I just want to say me, Jason, and Lisa was on the latest episode of Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. Y'all please check out that episode. It got crazy. Jazz was holy. Jason was wilding, and Lisa was wilding as well. So y'all please go check them out on that episode. Outside of that, that's all I got, Jason.
You told a Michael Jackson joke. He wasn't sitting there.
It was, but hold on, but it was like a Michael Jackson joke that was said amongst the group.
Yeah,
it was like we was a family reunion and we all
joined in on the joke. That's what you're trying to say. Lisa didn't join in. Lisa was appropriate.
She was wild in that moment, but that shit is 2.5 hours long. Lisa wasn't appropriate the whole time.
Colin.
Yeah.
I was too busy today, but tomorrow I'm gonna get a chance to listen to the episode. I'm gonna see what you're talking about.
Your sins are still there.
What you're talking about.
But man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for listening, allowing us to continue doing this. But this is the WasItGoodTho podcast about movies and TV shows. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And until next time,
cheers.
Deuces.